She's like a little pixie who sits in the background.
She actually plays a fairy every once in a while.
Knew it.
Pepper and mint.
I told her to play my fairy, but she wouldn't do it. So.
She wouldn't do it. Even though she does a great fairy voice.
She does have great fairy voice.
She is technically the heart of the cards for when I use my ring.
Yes.
And the lesser deity. I'm here, lesser deity.
Gingy!
Oh.
Gingy, I hear you.
She's just sitting here meowing at me. Come on. There we go.
Gingy!
So needy. Don't look at me like that.
Who you calling needy?
I'm calling you out. Come on.
Are we making bets on Aurora?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Some have already been made.
We got 610 and 630.
30. No.
I'll get in on 6:15. How about that? I'll
I just
probably.
need-
I say 35.
I just need one more item.
What time is it? Wait, what?
No!
You know what? I'll go 6:20. Never mind.
The
6:15.
dreaded hourglass.
My favorite part of D&D.
Who's favorite?
His favorite.
Yeah, right?
None of
Whose?
ours.
None of ours.
I know it's supposed to be Robyn, but every time I see him take it out, I'm like, talk faster.
Right?
Talk so
Well, it
fast,
doesn't-
you can't make sense of it.
It doesn't necessarily always mean I'm timing you, but it does. I use it to kind of gauge, like, okay, how much time has passed by. If I look at this and it's empty, it's like, okay, time to move on.
So did you get to do anything with FGU?
I've been messing with it a lot, but it's going to require probably at least another week before I can get it up and going, because
I gave you strict instructions.
it is a lot more in depth than the classical version is.
I can help you mess with it. Wait, no, I can't, because then I would know shit. Never mind.
The biggest thing about it is that I have to. I'm trying to see if I can just make the tokens separate, because we use D&D Beyond. We don't really need Fantasy Grounds. But it's like kind of trying to recreate your guys' character sheets. I was like, I don't really need to recreate your character sheets. But if anything, I might leave it blank. I
Yeah.
don't know. As it just depends. Basically, I've been working on the maps. That's basically what I've been messing with thus far.
Basically.
Oh, and check it out. Spoon. I'm audible again.
Boom.
Spoon.
I didn't know you
You're
weren't
muting
audible.
Discord.
I lost my voice on Thursday after training some
Oh my
dude.
god, yeah.
That's
And
right.
went over to Josh and Jenny's, and I said I forgot to bring spoons, and I was like inaudible, and Jenny's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Spoon."
But she sounded like she was howling at the moon, like, spoon!
That's, okay, that's really freaking weird. Because I'm telling you,
Not so bad.
this is weird because I'm telling you, on Thursday night, I had a dream that I was at Subway and trying to order a sub, but I couldn't speak because I had lost my voice. It was an incredibly embarrassing dream.
Oh.
I was just like sitting there trying to be like, cold cut on cheese and Italian bread, and they were like, salami? No!
Cold cut savages. Wait, what?
I'm audible. Not 100% there, but almost. So
What a
yay.
nightmare.
Alright.
When I work a full shift, I go inaudible
Yeah.
for at
It
least an
is-
hour or so because, I literally talk for a living. So by the time my shift is over, I'm like, can I not talk again?
When I worked
Is
at
that your
Nordia, I wouldn't feel it until after I stopped talking for a bit, and then I'd
Yeah,
be like,
it's
oh,
100%. You stop talking for a bit, and then you try to talk again, and you're like, how do I do this?
Yeah.
Especially now where I start at 6 in the morning, and, like, yeah, there's no calls for the first, like, hour, but it's still, like, you spend all day talking and, like, yelling at people because they're stupid. Anybody who says there's no such thing as a stupid question has never worked in customer service.
Oh, there's
Right.
plenty of stupid questions.
Oh, there's
appreciate-
no such thing as a stupid question, but there are questions that you could put a little bit more effort in before you ask.
I appreciate the customers who are like, this might be a stupid question, and I always reply to those with, when they're honest that it might be stupid, I'm like, do you mind if I give a stupid answer? If they laugh, then I'm like, great, this is golden, I can be a little bit sarcastic and not get in trouble.
Right.
The only people I never had an issue with were people who were old people who didn't understand technology, so their stupid questions like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what you're doing.
They're the worst. If you don't understand technology, don't use technology. Back to the
Oh,
Stone Age.
I loved old people. They used to give me great reviews because I was just really patient with them and took my time so I didn't have to go on to a new call. And I just like asked them how they were, and they tell me an hour story while I'm just doing nothing on their account.
Yep.
Fun fact, I'm near 100% customer satisfaction this month.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, I leave my people satisfied. Mirra picked up what I was putting down.
I can pick up what you're throwing down.
Quality loves me too, which is great. Quality has been like hit or miss with me, so like I'm so happy that they're not upset with me right now.
Oh,
Even at
613.
my threshold, I win.
Actually, you tie with Mikey.
Mikey changed his answer.
I did say
To 20.
Yeah.
Heard that there was a lonely boy.
But technically, I'm also right.
No, you're not. I told you yours
Josh.
didn't count.
But everybody's here, so
Yes.
Okay, does that mean somebody needs
Hello.
to leave?
Well, actually, technically, I'm not there. I'm currently making tea. But yes.
Bless you.
Bless
You
you.
say
God
fuck
bless
you?
you because I don't have the power.
Like
I
I'm making
thought he
tea, and
said
Josh
fuck
is like,
you,
"Fuck
too."
you!" I'm like, "Oh, all right."
why would I
Rock it.
do that?
Well then,
Fuck you.
Yours
Wow.
convincingly sounded like "fuck you."
it did.
Josh really
It was
like girl
pretty
Kim, isn't
great.
it? Jesus.
I like to think that it sounds like app shoe. Shoe app.
We heard you loud and clear.
Yeah, some of you did.
All right. Hey Shrike, would you like some sideburns
Oh Lord.
Shrike doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about.
or eyebrows? I'm thinking eyebrows.
Roll
Means
performance.
I'm waiting for Josh to tell me that stuff happens.
Well, first things first. So last session, basically, we had a confrontation with an exploding chicken.
Oh no! I missed
You
it.
too.
You missed it. I was giving him neck scritches, and then Shrike pissed him off, and he's like, "Bark," and then he exploded.
Damn thing
It's
turned
just like,
into
okay, what else is new to Shrike doing something
It
like
almost it almost killed Mikey.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
We also
that? I
missed
would have
69
almost
to
killed me
Jerry.
if I wasn't smart.
Lilith was pretty.
That was
hurt.
actually a really, really clever use. That was really impressive. But basically, so now the chicken is in its egg form.
It's
So you
very,
guys-
it's hot. It's very spicy. Touching goes.
Who named it last time? It doesn't have the same name, does it?
I've been
It
calling him
currently
Pojo,
does
but
not
Okay,
have
so
a
it's
name.
still Pojo.
no, we can change the name.
Non metagaming. It doesn't have a name yet.
Okay.
Exploding chicken.
Exploding chicken.
Right
one.
now, it's the damn chicken that
Its
almost
name is
killed.
clearly Sparky
people.
Sparky Boom Chicken.
I'll never
I mean,
forget the
nobody
time I
asked
killed
yes,
it trying to
Pojo.
make it explode.
I wanted to
Nobody
get the fuck
asked
away
Breyas
from it. I
family.
didn't want to name it.
He likes
That's
scritches.
Breyas
This is a
family
good
named it.
chicken.
Sparky
He's a
Sparky
very
Boom
good
Chicken. That's
chicken.
what we're calling it.
That's a long name.
Well, it's from Avatar: The Last Airbender, so
That's Nuggy McNugget face. I
Oh,
like
okay.
that one, guy. Guy's here, everyone.
Our
For the
guy.
record, I was here first.
You be quiet. You were here first, but still.
Also in your chat first. I just didn't say anything.
Uh-huh.
There's no proof of that, but
I like Nuggy McNugget face. I mean, Bray's dad was trying to turn him into nuggets, but he just wouldn't die.
what
What's
about
up with that?
McNuggets? Channeler inner, just McNuggets.
McNuggets?
Channel McDonald's.
McNuggies.
And it is fire damage, so maybe spicy McNuggets? Sponsored by McDonald's?
His name is sponsored by McDonald's. I don't
This is
like you
on stream, and
typing
next thing
and
we
nothing
know,
is happening. That's
You just get like
scary.
a corporate warning from McDonald's. 'Cause cease
Everybody
and
check your chat, because Josh is typing,
It's
and
typing
I'm not
it's
getting anything.
concerning.
Yeah, there's some questions certain people are asking.
That would be Mitchell, because he hasn't been here.
Mitchell, check your chat for me, because you have to add gold and a potion of healing.
I think he went to make tea, like you said.
Rude. Fine, I'll take your gold and your potion of
Mitchell
healing.
has wireless headset. He was making tea at first, while on headset. He is now too busy talking to Josh to tune into our conversation.
That's probably true.
Mitchell can't multitask.
Okay.
even
No,
though said
no,
he
he
can.
cannot.
Wow.
As somebody who works in a call
Oh,
center, I can
justice.
multitask super easily.
I
I just
can
tune
too,
all
but
of you
I
guys
hate
out.
it.
Rude.
You're the only one that caught on!
Oh no, I heard it. I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
I nodded. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Wait a minute.
That makes sense. Wait a second. So,
Okay.
sorry to the Americans in chat, but you're gonna lose the gold medal on Thursday.
Fuck America. No, I'm kidding. I'm an American citizen.
Oh, wait.
Jeez.
Wow.
Dave, are you reading chat?
Yeah.
I love it.
I believe it.
I believe it.
I'm not gonna look it up to find out if it's fake.
I
so
really
that's
want to.
canon.
I want
That's
to.
canon.
That's canon. It's official.
Okay.
Mitchell, did you check the message I
Ah!
sent and
Hi, Mitchell.
add your gold and potion of healing?
I will work on all of that once. I
You're
get
lying.
some
It's
stuff.
never gonna happen.
Excuse.
Okay.
Prove me wrong then, huh? Huh?
This is manipulation.
And Miss Breya, I have a lot of questions for you, but that can
Okay.
that
I've
can
been
be.
keeping an eye on my chat. I see nothing.
I've been asking you directly.
Me? I can't hear you.
No, I mean,
In your direct chat, not the
But there's
EOE.
nothing in my direct chat.
there's nothing in your Kachina chat
No,
Like- between us.
no. From the last
Our
game,
cla-
you
our
asked me if her sister's hair was curly. Nothing else here. Because I've been watching my direct chat. No, there's nothing in this chat either.
Hey, okay, it was me, okay? I was asking him questions. Damn, I'm sorry.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. They are
hate
now
you guys.
appearing.
I just
Didn't have to
had
break.
an item and I
You
needed
did not have
clarification.
to break. Oh
I
my
just
God.
had an item and I needed clarification.
Hey,
I'm
They're
sorry
now
to
appearing. What
create
are your
panic
questions?
and hysteria. Jesus.
Well,
Anyway, guys, welcome to another game of
welcome to
D&D.
another game of
Tuesday.
but I'll have to ask them when I get a chance. I can't say them out loud. But
Okay, put them in the D&D chat for me.
sure. Okay.
Copy and paste.
So you,
Mass hysteria going on.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
behind
right.
me, my require attention.
Lamau.
so
Wow.
you confronted an exploding
Wow.
chicken.
Yep.
Then you went to Breya's childhood home. You got to converse with her pretty cool mom.
She's got eyes in the back of her head.
There was
And she talks all of the languages I do.
you found out that she speaks all the elemental languages.
Mm-hmm.
There were some something odd was going on, which compelled people to check out the tree on top of the house, and you ran into a different mask up there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
There
which
was
leads to Breya. Did you tell the rest of us about the clown?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I have a very important question about the sessions between then and now.
okay.
It's of the absolute importance.
Okay.
You were in the kitchen
Did not
eating
die.
all the meat.
We held hands the entire time.
How many times did we level up?
None.
None.
3.
We're still level 3.
God
Yep.
damn it.
You people are your levels.
So,
Give us the levels!
So if Breya told us about the clown, then that means the conversation that Mirra and I had in the in-character chat does stand.
Yes. I think.
Yeah,
'Cause
I would have
because
told
I had-
everyone about that shit immediately.
Okay.
Because I did mention that it was based on whether Breya told us or not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, where I really want to go from here is, I think it's really important to have Breya have her talk with her sister.
Ooh.
And then if you guys like, we can move on to dinner, or we can go straight into a long rest and other things.
The only thing that would have happened during dinner is already in the long chat. Character chat. So I'm good.
Shrike is basically ready for long rest at this point.
Alright.
Well, that's too bad. You're getting eyebrows.
Shrike will be long resting. He don't give. I mean, technically, I'll know what's happening, but at the same time, I won't care.
They're gonna be
'Cause I won't.
glorious.
Like it's like, oh,
I'm just
my
gonna
human
assume you're doing
sky is
something.
complete.
I'm aware of everything that. Well, not everything per se, but like I'm technically aware of everything happening while I long rest. Do I do anything about it? No. Do I care? I'm not getting hurt, so no.
But,
Before I talk to my sister, can I like pull Mirra aside for a second?
sure.
I'm just
I
gonna
mean-
say,
As far as it stands, you currently have your sister on your back, and nothing has really transpired just yet.
can I whisper so my sister cannot hear?
Maybe.
I would like to whisper to Mirra so my sister cannot hear.
I mean, she does have really good hearing. You're Mirra, not your sister.
Right.
What if you pass your sister off to someone temporarily?
Not a good idea. She's really upset.
That's fair.
Okay, go
You
ahead.
know what? I'm just gonna write her a little note and pass the note to her,
Sure.
and I'll write in general chat what it says.
Okie doke. It'll be right under Shrike's. I'm a lonely boy.
I'm gonna put it in character chat.
I was about to say, are we putting it in general or in character?
Yeah, in character.
We're back to Demon Souls music. I don't know if I like that.
Say what?
It's
We're
okay.
back
He
to
just
Demon
fixed it.
Souls music.
You don't like the Demon Souls music?
It's been ominous the whole time. Every time we have Demon Souls music, there's usually a fight.
Oh.
That's what the note
Huh,
was.
I never had the correlation between that.
I'll twitch my ear in acknowledgement to that.
As the sun completely sets, maybe 10, 20 minutes after the whole debacle in the tree, I imagine
Still
Aurora
outside.
is finally stopping
Filling
doing
her
whatever
face
she
with
was doing.
meat.
And she's finally made her way to the Hearth estate. So you're
Yeah.
basically coming up upon the tree, or this giant mound house with a massive tree on top, as the rest of the group are actually coming down and around to go through the front door. So you're seeing everybody actually walking in as you show up.
So I thought everyone was already inside when
Well,
what happened
like
with
it's-
me.
say that again.
I thought everyone was already inside with what happened with on my end.
Mirra, Aurora,
Did you
and
forget
Shrike
what
were
happened
inside.
on my end?
Possibly.
I'm touched the sigil.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I didn't forget that, but no one else was around you when that happened.
Right, that's what I mean. So I just assumed that everyone was inside at that point.
No, so everybody was still coming down. You went ahead of everybody else and touched it. Everybody was still at the
Mirra were
tree.
inside, though.
That's why I was okay. That makes sense. But that's why I was confused because no one had come. The only person I think that was inside at this point. I don't even think Shrike was inside.
Nope,
Weren't
hang
you
on, I'll be
standing
right
at the
back.
front door?
No,
I will
Shrike
be right
was
back.
inside because Breya specifically said you should stay inside.
Oh, okay. So Aurora definitely sees the rest of you coming down, though. Breya carrying a small child on her back.
Another snack.
Oh no.
Aurora,
I
there's
just
food
I
inside.
just give Aurora like a bit of a serious look and I shake my head no right now.
But right now, you guys are standing in front of the house, so I'll leave it to what you guys want to do.
Well, I'm gonna go inside, and I'm going to go to like all the baked goods my character's mom made, and I'm gonna grab some caramelized orange cakes and some milk because those are my sister's favorite, and then I'm gonna head to her room so we can chat.
Okay.
I'm going to
For
stay back from brand stuff, but still like walk inside, grab a pastry. Like I'm not doing nothing. When I hear the door close, I'm gonna go sit in the hallway.
you just hear as Breya's like doing all that, she goes, "Don't eat too much of the snacks food because dinner's gonna be ready soon. Don't be filling up on sweets. You know better."
Yep.
But the sweets are so good.
Where are the sweets?
You can. She can.
Okay, sorry about that. I missed a lot of this. My food just came in.
There is a kitchen full of sweets.
Well, there's the kitchen just full of food.
Dinner's being prepared is what's
Okay,
happening
I
right now.
am going to not be inside, so I'm just
Okay.
Going to
The fragrance of absolutely fantastic foods wafts from the front door of this place you've come to.
Alright, I am now running into the house.
Okay, I should warn you that the entryway is kind of short.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, I don't think it requires a save or anything,
There's
but
just an Aurora-shaped hole in the house.
come through the door like freaking Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah! But as Aurora rushes up and she ducks under and she almost lifts her head all the way up, but she realizes the ceiling is not that tall. She makes her way to the smell of food where you see Shrike kind of like sitting with his like, he has his arms around his knees, like just sitting in
Didn't
one
he say
portion
that
room.
kitchen
The
was the
kitchen
only
is
spot that I
supposed to
could kind of
have a
stretch
high
out?
ceiling.
You can stand. I just thought you were sitting, or I'm not sure
No,
if
I'm
that.
sitting, but I'm like stretched out. Like my legs are straight out, and people are
Oh,
walking
okay.
over me.
I just
But-
assumed that when you were sitting that you were just kind of.
No,
keeping
I'm
yourself-
sitting, but I'm a dick, so my legs are
Okay.
stretched out, so people
But-
can walk over me.
When you finally come into this kitchen, it's a much wider, much bigger, and there's just food everywhere. And there's this older halfling lady, quietly and quickly tending to all the different foods. So
She's my mom.
she's going to the sweets and doing like the decorations and stuff, and then she's keeping an eye on whatever large bird meat she has burning in there. And then it looks like she's doing something like making some sort of juice. So she's making sure that it's cooling down properly. But
Okay.
that's basically what you're witnessing at the moment.
There you are, Aurora. Miss Breya's mom, this is Aurora. She's our friend too.
She turns around. Oh, another tall one.
Hello,
Strong
slightly
arms you have.
larger
She walks
Breya.
up. She walks up and just starts squeezing your muscles. Well trained, absolutely.
And before she starts the oven.
What can I eat?
Oh, everything. So, like I told the others, I still have to make sure that my daughter doesn't dig into the sweets because she's my daughter. But feel free to eat as anything and everything that you want. It's
Oh,
all
allow
here
me to
for
help
you
with
guys.
this.
Say what?
I'm just gonna start eating all of the sweets.
Oh, okay. the main present one is one of the favorites of the family, which was the what was it?
Caramelized
orange cake.
Caramelized orange cake.
Has candied oranges on it.
Ooh, that does
And
sound
caramel.
So is Lilith inside now?
Lilith is inside.
Okay. Is Lilith eating or is she just hanging out?
She's waiting for dinner to be officially done.
And Yuelia's outside.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, Breya, you take some of the caramelized orange cake and some milk, and you make your way up to the room.
Yep.
So, Mirra is hanging out at least at a distance where she can hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or try to hear.
Yes.
All right. I know you're passive, but give me an actual perception roll.
Shit. Okay. Mirror dice.
Does her
Because
door
I'm gonna
have, like...
see. I'm trying to see how far away that you have to be in order to hear this conversation.
I'm use my mirror dice. Sparkle dice.
Does her door have like a keep out sign on it? To try
Does
to
she
keep all her
usually
other
have something like
out?
that? Would your sister normally have something like that?
I think so because she's got like fucking 12 siblings.
Does everybody have their own bedroom?
So halflings generally don't have personal space issues.
That's
they'll
true.
complain, but most of the time halfling families are really big into just always being into each other's business.
Okay,
I'd leave that up
she's
to
got
you.
an open door policy then,
Okay.
12 plus 6.
So that doesn't beat your current passive, so we'll just go with your passive. Alright, so I would say that Mirra can be as much as downstairs. You'd still have to be kind of like in the steps that lead up to it, but you could be on another floor, per se, to still hear what they're talking about.
I'll sit on the steps and snack on a cake.
Okay.
You could also go to my character's room if you want, because it would be nearby.
You didn't tell me where that was, so...
It's
How
Breya on the
rude.
floor.
How rude.
But, we'll just say that you take your sister to her room. A little bit has changed since the last time you've been here. You can see that she doesn't have as many of the, I guess, more childish, like, a lot of her dolls are no longer there. A lot of the flowers that she used to keep all over the place are no longer there.
No, like weird shit
it's-
drawn on walls that's there.
Yeah, the room seems much more plain since the last time you saw it. But I'm assuming you just have her seat on, or let her sit down on her bed and you sit with her?
I was gonna actually put us on the floor, but the bed works
Sure.
too.
I'm letting you decide because you're carrying her.
Okay, so there's a comfy carpet on the floor, and we'll sit on the floor.
Alright.
I'm gonna set the cake in front of her and the milk. And I'm gonna say, so that person was pretty scary, and I don't know exactly how you met them, but if you could tell me about it, I want to make sure that person doesn't bother you again.
She stays silent still. She seems to kind of just be, kind of like how I was describing Shrike before. She basically has her knees up to her chest, and she's kind of burying her chin in her knees, and she has her arms wrapped around. And she's kind of just staring silently at the floor. But she's leaning, like her weight is leaning on to Breya.
Okay. I'm gonna push the cake towards her a little more. And say, remember, I'm not mad at you at all. You don't have to feel upset or sad. These people, they do bad things. I even had one of them try to convince me to do something that wasn't kind. And they use scary things against you to get what they want. No one here is upset with you.
It's almost inaudible, but just in the sheer silence of what's going on, you're able to just barely pick it out. Maybe isn't bad.
What do you mean?
You just see her take a hand and just kind of scoot the cake away.
Okay. Could you tell me about her?
She's actually been helping us. The whole town.
Okay. What has she been doing to help?
She makes them stop.
You seemed really upset when I was coming to check on you and she was there. Were you scared for her to meet me?
She kind of looks away for a second. She goes, "You're gonna leave again, aren't you?"
Well, I'm an elite, and it's my job to travel around and protect people.
But while you're gone, who protects me?
We have a really big family, and our oldest brother lives here.
That's Halvir, right? The 20-year-old? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Halfbeard.
So they don't help me. They say that I just need to toughen up. Ever since you left, the whole town has been treating me like they used to treat you, and I hate it.
Why are they treating you like that?
Because they tell me that I'm cursed. And she stops leaning on you and she turns completely, like she has her back to you now. You're both still sitting next to each other, but she's turned completely away.
I'll put my hand on her shoulder and say, I don't think you're cursed. But why do they think you're cursed? What are they saying?
All this weird stuff keeps happening since you've been gone. Stuff keeps breaking. Things keep happening that are bad. And now everybody says that it's runs in the family. First you, now me.
Well, they can't say that about me. I'm sure
Now,
many people are eating their words. So how can our family be cursed if I've left and come back and I'm this now?
But that just means that it's just me. You went out and became special, and now I'm just the person who just makes bad stuff happen. But maybe makes sure that it doesn't, and she makes the people stop.
Well, the thing about me is I've always been special, and that's why people were mad and mean to me. And you're special too. And you have what sounds like a special friend. And people are being mean, and sometimes people are going to be mean to you. And sometimes it's just something that you can't stop them from doing. But that says more about what type of people they are. You don't go around telling people they're cursed.
No.
Right. Because you're a good person. Was it you who sent the summons for the elite? We got a job request.
Yeah, maybe asked me to write it. She said it was very important that you guys are here so that nothing would happen to the town.
Okay. And you said that she stops bad things from happening. What kind of bad things has she stopped? You said she makes them stop.
When the weird stuff starts to happen, she makes it go away. And when people try to pick on me, she scares them just a little bit so they stop and leave me alone.
Did you notice that the weird things that happened started when you met her or before?
It's been happening for a long time. Way before she ever came. You hear her sniffle.
I'll gently rub her back. Because I want her to come back to me, but I don't
rub
want
her
to,
back, she goes, I really want the cake. And she leans over.
Well, I know it's your favorite, so that's why I brought it. What? So this has been going on for a long time. What kind of weird things? You said something broke?
Sometimes things get caught on fire just randomly. Or things get knocked over and break. Or things just break. Sometimes
Seriously? Out of game quickly. Is there any kind of tests that they do for kids who show like weird kind of stuff like that to see if they're like magically talented?
You're pretty sure that most of the people who have like more natural, like not power of prayer like paladins and clerics, but more natural like sorcerers and wizards, they do get tested to see if that's a thing.
And like, does that testing just like come around, or do you have to ask for it, kind of thing?
It's usually by request.
Okay.
Either somebody of Valonan status will see something happening and be like, hey, if you don't mind, you should probably see what that power is, what it means.
Okay, so
as far as Valonan history goes, it's usually very benign, the whole process.
Mm-hmm. And would you say, like, some of the things she's saying, like things catching on fire, things breaking, could be kind of like a sign of a child who might have some magical gifts?
And Mirra, since you're listening in on this, you both can make a intelligence check if you'd like.
I got a 14.
That's another 12, so 11.
You guys had a classmate that had a very similar power. Just the hints of it. She was what they called a wild magic sorcerer.
So, back in game, I'll say to her, it sounds a bit to me like you might actually be special. Like, you might have some kind of connection with magic. Maybe these aren't curses, but maybe it's just a sign that you're getting older and whatever magic you may have is kind of flaring up.
She's still kind of stuffing her face. She's a brother.
Maybe. There was a classmate I had who had powers like what you talked about.
She stops. She like immediately swallows her food, even though she's not really done chewing. And you see her like choke a little bit, and she drinks them up. There was somebody else like me.
Yeah, in my class, I remember.
Technically, it was a he.
Oh,
excuse me.
Sorry. I will correct that.
That was my fault. I think I said she earlier.
There was someone in my class who could use like fire or make things break, like how you suggested. It kind of sounded like that. Maybe. Well, I'm sure that I could request someone to test to see for sure, just to come out here, because if you have powers, you could go to the Valonan Academy.
You think I really can?
Of course.
Well, will I get to go with you, like, when you leave?
Well, I could definitely escort you there, but I won't be able to go to your classes with you because I've graduated.
I go to Valona just like you did.
Yeah, you could. We'd have to see if that's what it is. But
Yeah.
I don't think you're cursed.
All of a sudden you hear, Dinner's almost ready.
Finally.
For those of you in the kitchen, for those of you in the kitchen, for those of you that can smell really, it smells really, really good. Excuse me.
I'm gonna look at her and say, make sure you eat quite a bit of your food at dinner, or Mom will get me in trouble for giving you that cake. But I have some friends who have magic powers as well, and maybe they might even be able to tell. So, I'd like if you'd meet my friends.
All of a sudden, there's just an enormous burst of just noise, talking, laughing, ruckus, as it sounds like your father and all your siblings have finally come into the front door, and they're all just laughing at the fact that their dad almost got blown up today. That seems to be the obnoxious conversation. Like, wow, Dad, you really should have known better. Mom's gonna be so mad. And then you hear your mom, yes, she is.
Well, it sounds
Excuse
like
me.
everyone's back and it's dinner time. We can talk more later if you'd like. You can tell me more about, you said her name was Maybe?
That's what she said her name was.
And maybe if you'd like, you could tell my friends about her too, because we've met a lot of people in these sort of masks and they're not always good people, so I'm really curious to meet one who is.
Okay.
I'll take her hand and walk her downstairs when she's
All
ready.
right.
When I hear the door open, I'll stand up and go by, like, Shrike, probably.
Look
I
as
wasn't listening.
natural as possible.
So you see Breya come out and she's holding the hand of her little sister. Her eyes are a little bit red and her nose is a little bit sniffly, but she seems genuinely happy at the moment. She kind of looks you up and down really quick. She goes, I like your ears.
Thank you. Would you like to touch them?
Oh, they're so soft.
Right.
So is everybody heading down to the kitchen?
Yep.
Shrike never left.
Shrike's just been sitting there being a douche nugget.
Shrike has room here.
You're taking up all the room.
Now, just so you know, you don't
Your
need
furniture piece.
food, but you can taste and consume food if you wish.
I 100% am eating food.
Neat.
I am eating everything, including the children.
No. Nope. My parents
Aurora,
took a
spit that
long
out
time
right
to
now.
make sure they had a bunch of farmhands. You can't just take those away from them.
They can make more.
But basically,
Fine, I'll give them back their hands.
the family normally eats in the dining area, but just because of the amount of people and just how everything just seems to be playing out, everybody's just eating in the kitchen. It seems like there's just a party in the chicken. There's a party in the kitchen, and everybody's laughing and having a good time. The kids are talking about how some of their school things happen, some of the events that happen in town. Apparently, there's a couple that have finally confessed to each other, and they're planning on getting married soon.
Oh,
Everybody's making a really big deal out of it.
It's adorable. They considered not?
Say that again?
Have they considered not getting together?
I'm
Left
sure you can
overrated.
ask them if you get a chance. Mikey, are you back yet, good sir?
Yes, I am.
What is Yuelia doing at this moment? You kind of just saw everybody, all these halflings go into the house, and there just seems to be a lot of laughing and eating and noise and what's going on outside?
Well, she
Is there-
clearly knows she fucked up. So, she doesn't exactly know what this is, I guess. But she knows it's not good. Especially seeing what I saw.
even know what you saw?
Say again.
Do you even know what you saw?
All I saw was a giant eyeball in complete
Fair.
darkness.
Yeah, it's ominous enough.
Yeah, we've all seen the giant eyeball. Psh. Oh, I'm gonna go
Wait, how'd you
touching
find him?
glowing
Good
runes.
job. Wow.
Well, everybody hasn't seen the glowing eyeball.
Look
I
at
don't think
this
Shrike's
genius.
seen it yet.
Nope.
Oh.
Nor
It
Breya.
wasn't in. It was the eyeball wasn't in like the dream world that we went in.
But yeah.
That's true.
So she's just kind of keeping to herself and just I don't know, feeling bad that she fucked up. She shouldn't have done something like that. She should have known better. But so she's really beating herself up and just kind of wants to be by herself.
You're not allowed. It's not allowed in this party.
I wonder where our new friend went.
Which new friend?
What's her
I was
name?
about to say, Yuelia hasn't shown up to eat just yet.
Shoot, it was Yuelia.
Should we go outside and look?
Oh right, you were mostly unconscious for her.
I mean, sure, but let me finish this real quick.
As Lilith stuffs her face.
Okay.
It's been a minute since I've had good food. To be honest. When was the last time we ate like this?
That's true. I don't like the
For some of you, this is the first time you've ever eaten food like this. Even Bologna doesn't serve food like this.
Which is why Shrike is eating it.
I want to see if Bob will open up to accept some delicious food.
Don't feed Bob.
I'm gonna have to talk with Bob.
Ever since Katopa showed up, he has literally not done anything and has kept himself shut.
Okay.
Alright, let's go grab Yuelia.
Okay.
Wait, do we actually need to grab him?
I mean, probably not, if she's still around.
Darn.
Hold on, let me go antagonize the chicken. That'll get Yuelia in here.
How far is the chicken?
Apparently, they just left the chicken where Shrike dropped it.
Nice, Eldritch Blast range.
Everything is Eldritch Blast range pretty well.
Anyways,
Fucking
Lily,
a
I
lot
can
of-
see it. I can blast it.
Talking a lot of shit for somebody in Eldritch Blast.
I just need
Step
Eldritch
outside.
Sniper.
Yuelia, the food is ready. Are you immediately where are you?
I am still around the house because the sigil was around the house, right? Where did you say it was again?
So if you're looking at the front door,
Mhm.
it was like all the way in the left before like the house wall turns into the hill.
Okay. Then
So you might have seen everybody just walk in for dinner anyway.
right.
You did.
Then I'm just kind of standing, or I'm just gonna be sitting there. All right. So, no thanks. I filled up with cookies on the way over here. I'm good. You guys can have dinner.
Are you sure?
Don't
You
make
don't
me
have to
fight
sit
you.
outside.
Are you sure you don't want me to bring you something?
No, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't
You
make
can
me
kinda
fight you.
see that she's hiding something.
I don't want to circumvent what you're trying to do with your character, but I think this would be honest. Can you just roll a natural 20 or natural 20?
Roll
Yeah.
a natural 20 for me.
If I get a
Roll
natural 20 given to me like that, I'll take it.
If I can do that,
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Can you just roll a d20 for me?
just
I love my
get
metal dice.
a natural
4.
20.
4.
So, Yuelia is saying all that, but then you suddenly hear...
I'm gonna go inside and make her a plate.
He'll be fine. I'm gonna go back inside.
As
I'm
a,
on it, but-
not to circumvent, your character literally hasn't eaten in like an entire day.
Cookies.
That's fair.
She's been eating all my cookies, my emergency cookie stash. I'm gonna go and make her a plate. And bring her out a plate.
So that was an awful loud stomach grumbling for somebody so small.
And make
I
a
like to think it was like
delicious
awkward
plate.
silence after it,
Awkward silence.
and then we both just
Oh.
walked inside.
Yeah, we both just laughed.
So yeah, I'm not hungry.
I come back out with a big old plate of food. I know you said you weren't hungry, but your tummy says otherwise.
Okay.
I don't know what Yuelia's food preference is, but it smells amazing.
Thanks. I'll take it. I'll
It's-
just be out here for a while.
Do you want to talk about it?
I'm okay. Don't worry about it.
So right now it's
That's
just
like physically impossible not to worry about it. When you tell someone like, "Don't worry about it," and it's like, "No," then my brain's like, "You gotta worry about it," and like,
It has nothing to do with you. It's okay.
well, but that doesn't mean that I'm not concerned.
You don't need to be.
all of a sudden you hear the sound of footsteps coming towards you guys.
I look over. It's the chicken.
It seems to be
The chicken.
oh, it seems to be one of those messenger goblins.
Hello.
Oh, so a child.
Oh god.
I don't. So who's outside right now with Yuelia?
Yeah, but I went back inside.
Yeah, just me,
Okay, so it's just
Yuelia, and Mirra.
the person or this little goblin individual. This is a female goblin, actually. It looks like, from what you can tell. Once she gets closer, she's like,
Please do the voice.
"Which one of you is Mirra?"
Oh, that's me.
Ah! You see her digging her satchel. And she pulls out a decently nice letter envelope.
Oh,
How'd she know we were here?
thank you. I take
Thank you.
and I
Sign
give.
here.
Oh, okay. And I sign there, and I give her 2 silver as a tip.
You
Oh,
can sign
thank
your
you.
soul away.
You're welcome.
She goes, "You have nice handwriting."
Oh, thank you.
Off I go. But that is the question. How did they show up where they do? Do they know where you are?
Does anybody really know the answer to that?
It's a little creepy.
They taste your blood and then they can always track you. They do it in the
God.
middle of the night when you're sleeping.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
But you're currently in possession of an envelope.
Oh,
It's actually kind of bright out because of it's. I wouldn't say it's a full moon, but it's probably like a 3/4 moon.
okay. I mean, I guess I'll open it.
As you open the letter gently and take out the paper.
Jury duty. Fucking knew
No,
it.
Jury
That's
duty.
actually fucking me. You
Just
are hereby
seems,
summoned.
just seems to be, I guess, one of the classmates.
One of the classmates, you're a hoe.
Yeah, I know. This is new.
Be like that sometimes.
You do.
Basically, there's not a whole lot to it. I guess they were just seeing where your group was at as far as the competition that's coming up. Basically, your class, just your year. I guess there's a competition later to really settle. So, like, you're Valona elites, but at the very, very end of your thing, when they finally like release you to just be on your own completely, so that means like not even prowlers follow you. You're
But I like my prowler
Guys.
friends. Oh
Guys,
shit!
it's the tuning exams.
But basically it's considered like the final exam to really set who is the student.
I'm gonna become a tuning.
Oh yeah.
It's optional. You don't have to participate.
Shrike will take part.
Are we allowed to bring outsiders, or is it only for
Can
the
you
elite?
imagine if
And
Mike just snuck in and they were
unfortunately-
like, oh yeah, I remember this guy.
It is unfortunately only for people who attended the academy. Sorry, Dave.
I have a report card and witnesses that say I was there the whole time.
It's true.
I
can
can
vouch.
forge a document for you.
Hard.
I can forge some
He
documents.
slept
I got
under Aurora's bed. And that's where we hit him.
Agriculture.
That's why that one bed was always empty. That was his bed, but he was sleeping under it to keep like a low profile.
Believe it.
But it just seems like one of your classmates was seeing if you guys were going to participate or not. Because apparently the rest of the class was going to decide if they were going to join or not, depending on if the elites were going to join or not.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
joining.
I
I have to prove myself.
I say, yeah, the academy, competition's coming up. If you're sure you're okay, you know, you can talk to me. Whenever you need.
I'm gonna look at Mirra and say,
You're not
Is it
outside.
oh, I followed her.
No, you didn't. I need to go back inside to talk to you after.
I followed.
Okay. So I tell Yuelia that she can always talk to me. And then I'm gonna go and turn around and discover Breyas there. And then give her the letter.
Oh, Breya, letter.
Okay. Is this like taking place at the academy?
Yes.
And how long
It's
will
literally
it go on
taking-
for?
Taking place at the academy grounds.
And has the little imp guy left yet?
Yeah, she is already skinned. She was long gone before, unless you were out there the whole time.
That
She's
was
already-
extremely
Totally out there the whole
rude,
time.
okay? She was a goblin, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's right, you did
uh,
call her an imp.
An imp guy, like,
How
so
would
rude.
one summon an imp service?
I miss Reshi, I need a closet.
Most, how do I put it? Most villages that have prospered to a certain point basically have the goblins come and ask if they want a post service building. So there is a goblin post service building in your town.
What time does it close?
It never closes.
To be
Okay.
fair, we're gonna be going back to Valona in a few days, but if you wanted...
I'm gonna give the letter to Mirra, and then I'm gonna say, hey, cover for me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm going to the post office.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So at this point in time,
That's the
Mirror's going back inside.
Okay.
Are you going back inside?
Yeah, go back inside.
Okay. Yuelia?
Still staying outside, but you see that the plate of food was moved to the other side. Just been nibbling on the food then.
Okay.
I also brought you a glass of juice. Juice.
So, Aurora,
You be quiet.
Juice.
Aurora, Shrike, Lilith.
Shrike never left the kitchen.
Yeah, I think we're.
Are you guys just basically eating until you're on the verge of bursting?
Aurora, are you like
Yeah, I
trying to
got
fight
seconds.
people for that turkey-like creature that's been roasting? Because you and me, I could see you like trying to
I
fight.
went on, me and Shrike are actually like scuffling in the kitchen over food now.
Hey, Shrike
Oh,
doesn't
there's
fight over food.
plenty.
He fights
Shrike
for
doesn't
food.
fight
If you're,
over food.
if you're having a literal food contest, I'm gonna need Constitution rolls.
Wait,
None.
but
Against the
No,
robot.
this is happening now. Constitution.
oh,
Just so you
You
know,
started it.
You don't need it!
Just so you know, throwing up is extremely rude.
That is so
That's
rude,
my
you
law.
guys.
That's my law.
Black Constitution check.
Does it constitute some check or a save?
No, it's a check, not a save.
Like, don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't do it!
6.
9. Wait, how does Shrike throw up?
So, well, you don't throw up. That would have been a 1. But you guys are absolutely no match for these halflings, man. They out-eat both of you by a landslide.
The 3-year-old is destroying you.
So, surprisingly enough, though, like, there was probably enough food in here to feed 20, 25 people. Like, no exaggeration.
Well,
Or
you know
maybe
what?
even 30 people. And her family, plus you guys, polished, all gone. But unfortunately, your battle ended long before that point because nausea took over. But there are no
Coma.
regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
To anybody who has eaten this food,
Yes.
you get a +5 to your temporary HP.
Nice.
Now, just to throw it out there, this temporary HP disappears if you take on another form of temporary HP.
Okay.
Doesn't stack.
Does it run out time-wise?
It lasts for a day.
Okay.
So if there's nothing that causes you 5 points of damage before midnight of the next day.
Dinner the next night.
You guys gotta beat the 3-year-old.
I would never beat the 3-year-old.
Yeah, what's that? Wow, Kachina, that got dark real fast.
Why are you trying to beat up a 3-year-old, you dumbass?
Rude.
You just told me to beat up a 3-year-old.
No, I said you have to beat, not beat up.
Oh, you're right.
What other kind of beat is there?
It's Aurora. What'd you expect?
So,
Maybe
I
Aurora
imagine-
not to threaten children?
So imagine there isn't a whole lot conversation-wise. There's a lot of laughing and jokes and stuff that goes on, but I imagine for most of the evening it's pretty uneventful and everybody's starting to make their way to places to sleep for the night.
I do the thing with Mr. Scruffykins.
Okay.
What thing?
You don't know until you see him tomorrow.
He is literally in the same spot that you guys found him when you first came in, like right across the bridge. Breya probably sees him on the way into town. He's just
Aurora, guy said the 3-year-old had it coming.
He's literally just sitting in that spot, like not really moving a whole lot other than the swish of his tail.
Well, if there was any leftovers, I gave him some leftovers. And just to clarify, which now you guys are gonna know what I'm doing, but so what show was that had a pirate, but it had like so he has a magnificent beard now and a bunch of bows and like just getting all the fur out of his eyes. He looks magnificent now. It's gonna be
What
great.
are you talking about?
Nothing.
But in
Don't
any
worry about
case,
it.
What is the weather like outside right now? Like how does it feel?
Currently, it is absolutely clear, and there's tons of stars. Like I said, I don't know what the proper term is. I think is it waning? Is it a waning moon?
Waxing or waning, it depends.
But it's basically about 3/4 of the way from being full. So pretty much everything's lit up.
Not waxing.
I think that's
I'm pretty sure it's the waning moon.
It is waning.
Oh, I got it right.
Okay, then I'm just gonna
I almost
go
called it a
around
whining
the
moon.
to- or,
So
go
there's
around
that.
the building and just kind of lay on top of the house near the big tree,
Okay.
and that's probably where I'm going to sleep.
I said it's actually, being that it's Valona, the climate here is actually really, really nice. So it's not ever too cold and it's not ever too hot. It's just always this nice cool with just a very slight breeze. So it's really not hard to fall asleep outside in Valona. Just watch out for the bears.
I shall be friends with one.
But I'm assuming everybody else is going to rest and taking a long rest.
Wait, are these bears smaller than Valonin bears?
No, they are.
That's what
below
I'm
bear.
referring to as the Valonin bears.
Ah, rematch.
Oh no.
I don't think that bear wants a rematch. That specific bear, anyway.
No.
You find a mama bear with a black eye still.
Immediately sees Aurora. Immediately runs over. Back here.
When Mirra gets back, if Shrike is already in sleep mode, he gets eyebrows. And then
Are they happy eyebrows? Surprised eyebrows?
they're happy eyebrows.
Angry eyebrows?
No.
You rolled for the last time. You gotta roll for it again.
I gotta roll again?
Yeah, you have to roll points, but I just wanted to know what kind of eyebrows you were getting.
Yeah, what you're trying
Make
to
him
put
look
on him.
surprised.
The last time you got a natural 20.
I got a natural 20, and that mustache is magnificent. Because I don't want him to look too scary, so I didn't want to give him angry eyebrows.
Make him look surprised.
I like the surprise day. Let's do surprised. And was it Dex, performance?
Performance.
I'm just gonna roll in here. Damn. Oh, 16. That's good.
Yep. So you got impressive eyebrows to match an impressive mustache. At this point, you're not sure if he's missing a monocle or not, but that's another thought for another day.
Yes.
The surprise is coming together.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's pretty good.
But other than Breya that's making her way into town, is it everybody's taking a long rest? Who's taking a long rest?
Shrike.
Shrike?
Yep.
Mirra?
Mitchell.
Lilith will
Wait,
eventually.
Aurora, wait. When did I get into the campaign?
Will eventually?
Yes, she's going to wait for everyone to get back to the house.
Okay.
This
And
is Breya's village. If anybody's safe here, it's her.
Yuelia's not
It's
doing
got a
any,
Shrike, no one else.
Yuelia's not doing anything as far as crafting tonight?
No, I used up all my crafting for the day last time, I believe.
Oh, I thought you get to do it every long rest.
Right. So it's after a long rest.
Oh, so,
I'm also not sure if she would be taking a long rest, considering.
okay.
Am I able to try
Probably a
reconnecting to
short
the...
rest more than anything else, as of like she's not doing a lot of sleeping, just probably overthinking. And...
You need some HP, my dude. You might want a long rest.
No, I'm actually okay. Mirra used her wand and it healed me.
Right. Am I
Almost tapped.
able to try reconnecting to the crystal again, or do I need to long rest first?
Did you want to make another attempt to
Yes.
I don't want to say bond with it, but just like communicate with it on a spiritual level, I guess.
Subjugate it? Take it by?
Give me a charisma check.
Just a straight charisma?
Straight charisma.
21?
Finally, like, I guess you could say Shrike was being kind of passive for a change. So it's kind of like...
wasn't asserting my power?
Well, think of it as like this. So imagine a door, but the door doesn't really move that well. But you don't want to break the door or have it like fly open. But you don't want to break the door or have it like fly open and destroy something. So the first time you did it, you kind of pushed and it moved a little bit, but then it kind of went back to the place. And the second time it's like, well, maybe it just, wasn't ready to open. And you pushed the door again and then didn't budge at all the second time. But the third time you're like, okay, this is ridiculous. And he just kind of pushed the door open. That's the best analogy I can give. But, while the crystal doesn't change color, you sense a lot of resentment, a lot of anger from this crystal.
Oh, poor baby. That's fine. Now I'll long rest.
Breya?
Yes.
You have made your way to the post office, we'll just say.
Okay. On the way, I want to say that I pet the cat as
Oh,
it walked by
absolutely.
me. But I do want to write a letter there asking for an official to come and test my sister.
Sure.
And get that out to... Can I send it to Bellhaven specifically, since I'm not sure who I can trust in Bologna?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, it's a letter. You can address it to whoever you wanted to address to.
I just didn't know if that would be appropriate, but I'll address it to Bellhaven. And what's the quickest this letter can get there?
The person in town is actually a halfling. Very, very, very older gentleman. Not somebody you recognize, so you're not sure if it's a halfling from another village or maybe from Valona. But basically, he's easily probably 50, 70 years your senior.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He has a nice poofy beard that kind of overlaps his mouth, so you can't even really see it. It's just big and white. And he has no hair on top. He's bald. He goes, oh. He adjusts his glasses. We can... Ghibli! Yes! What? And you hear one of the goblins come out from one of the rooms. He goes, if you pay us a silver piece, we can get it tonight.
That sounds good. I'll
Oh,
give you
crap.
2 silver pieces, 1 as a tip.
Hear that, Ghibli? Done and done!
And I'll hand over the 2 silvers.
And then you hear him go, oh wait, are you handing it to him or the goblin?
I'll give 1 to the guy and 1 to the goblin.
Okay. Because I was imagining that you gave it to the goblin, and I was going to have him go, ahem! The goblin had to give over the silver piece. But they graciously accept the money, and it's like, alright.
Okay.
So have a nice night, madam. Please be safe.
You too. And when I step outside, I'm just gonna, like, peer around, because it's gonna be dark in the town square. Just gonna see if I notice anyone creepy hanging around.
There is some lamplight. The halflings are particularly fond of catching some of the magical fireflies and keeping them in things. They don't keep them for very long. They usually let them out so that they're not in there forever, and then they catch new ones. But basically, there's enough light to at least see where you're going when it's cloudy or the moon isn't out.
Yeah,
I mean, the moon's out, so it's pretty well lit out.
I just feel like if jesters are gonna be doing shady stuff, they're gonna do it at night. So I'm just kind of trying to be alert and watch my back.
So if you're just looking on the way back or trying to pay attention on the way back, I'll take a perception check.
Okay.
If you're actually not going to go back and actually explore the town, I'd require an investigation check.
So I wanted to at least look around the town square area. So
Okay.
I'll do the investigation. And roll an 8. I will use my inspiration to re-roll.
Oh, okay.
Damn it. I got a 4. So I'm gonna take
See what
8.
kind of night this is gonna be.
These dice hate me. So yeah, I rolled an 8. I imagine I don't... Oh my god, cat!
Her face she was sleepy. I was going to try and get a glimpse of it. Here we go.
Hi, Ginger.
And if nothing really seems out of the ordinary, I'm just gonna head home and try to be aware of my surroundings. I don't want to get jumped.
Okay. Sleep.
Remember, all you need to do is get Shrike involved, and shit'll get finished. It'll be their life that's finished, but it'll be finished.
I was about to stab you.
But they might be our friend.
Oops.
If they're attacking us, Mirra, they're not friends. We've discussed this.
But
We
they,
discussed this in great length.
but like, because the
No.
pirates were attacking, and I was all like, eat
They
your
weren't attacking.
vegetables, and then we made friends.
But
Yeah, and then they,
Mirra read a book where bad guys become good guys, so like you never
they-
know.
and then the same
Yeah.
pirates jumped us in the cave after we
Well,
fought a crab.
But those are the bad ones, not the ones that I befriended. So
Yeah.
we don't know.
some of the pirates turned a new leaf when they realized that pirating wasn't for them. That did happen.
That is true.
And we didn't fight those ones.
But as far as Breya is concerned, there's nothing particularly notable going on in town.
Okay, then I'm gonna go home while watching my back.
All right, Lilith. You see Breya make her way back.
So you see Lilith kind of just leaning close to the entryway, like inside the house, just waiting for you.
That's
look
the only
Waiting for you
person,
guys.
at least through the front door. The only person that hasn't come back is Yuelia.
Yeah, I'll stop by Lilith and say I looked around, but I didn't see any sign of the people with the masks.
Yeah, we need to be careful. Extra
And
careful.
my sister seems to be, well, I think maybe displaying some signs of magic, so I sent a letter to Belhaven.
Well, that's good. I mean, hopefully it has nothing to do with the cult or any
I'm
of
a
those
little-
mass people.
I'm a little worried because she's grown very close to a masked person who calls themselves Maybe. And she thinks that Maybe is helping her. And
Is it
protecting
May
her.
V or May B?
I thought it was
Maybe.
Okay, that's what I wrote
May-
down.
You know what, though? It's totally within my character's way to mispronounce their name.
Okay.
Because, you know, Abaddon.
Oh well.
Abaddon.
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 Did that just happen? No. No.
Okay. Well,
So,
we're missing one, but I'll go check on that in a second.
we need to be really careful because if we do something sudden or what my sister might perceive as cruel to this masked person, it might not turn out well. They definitely have their hooks pretty deep in her. She thinks they're a friend.
I'll put a hand on Breya's shoulder.
They could be friends.
Well, we just gotta keep her close then. I'm sure it'll be alright. We've been through worse.
Breya answers Mirra's distant call and says, "Anyone who targets a child is not a friend."
But they didn't target her. They were helping
Oh.
her.
Alright.
Yeah, secretly with no one around. That's not weird or anything.
So do we consider the clown person an enemy?
No.
Until proven otherwise.
No, Shrike.
At this point in time, I would just like to
It's a gray area.
throw this out here. Who wants to make an insight check?
Me.
Shoddy?
I mean, anybody who wants to. I was just throwing that out there.
On what?
I'm
Well, if I'm allowed to,
Oh,
I'll do
jeez.
it.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, you know what? I'm doing it anyway.
I
Fine.
got
Got 20!
I got a
That's
17.
17.
22.
Ooh, nice. 19. I rolled
Oh
17.
no, why are we using these these rolls?
We're
Yeah, I
using
got
up all the
a
good
nine.
rolls.
Of course, for this random thought, you guys like roll super high.
Right?
Shrike got a natural 20 plus 2, so 22.
I only got a 5, so I haven't used my good roll yet.
But for anybody that rolled above a 15, you notice that there is a big difference. That the masks that are jesters seem to be not hostile, and the masks that are not jesters seem to be the ones that are the problem. Or at least so far.
I think it's
Well-
like Cult A versus Cult B.
Yeah, I've already noticed that the jesters tend to be friendly, but I think they're maliciously friendly. I don't trust them.
Everyone is a friend until proven otherwise.
You don't have a reason not to doubt them. That is for sure.
You also, so Breya wasn't here for it, but the rest of us, well, Lilith wasn't either. Breya,
Wow.
Lilith technically was, but she was knocked out, so knew nothing. There was this second group of cultists that were fighting the other cultists. So this could be a situation where jester cults versus non-jester cult, and we're just kind of caught in a like civil cult war. Out of character.
I don't know. That sounds kind of far-fetched.
Pedi, check the binder.
Meanwhile, Josh is like, hold on, he's got my entire plan.
Alright. Go ahead, Breya. I'll go find
Furiously adding things to the campaign.
one.
All right.
Either adding things to the campaign or trying to figure out how I guessed the whole thing.
So, Lilith is going to go outside
Okay.
and kind of just quietly look around the house for Yuelia.
I mean,
Stealthily
Lilith
keeping
doesn't have to look
silent.
as long as Lilith's spending the time to do it. It's
Yep.
not very long before you find Yuelia.
She's just on the house, just laying on top of the
I was
house.
about to say if
About
I don't
5
know if Yuelia would be asleep after about an hour, but
No, more like probably dozing off, but in her own head type deal.
I'll walk up to her.
Yuelia hears the sounds of soft footsteps approaching.
She's gonna just like get up and I guess cut. What would I pull out? Probably a dagger. Yeah, just kind of pull out a dagger just to.
Oh.
I see how it is.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
You can tell that she's kind of jumpy.
Ooh. Haven't
Good thing
seen her
it's
use
not
that one
Shrike
yet.
sneaking up on you.
Yeah, Shrike has
Well,
big glump.
I could have done it
That's-
quieter.
That's why I made emphasis on what the footsteps sounded like when I said soft footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but again, just she's
Yeah.
I just imagine Shrike just not caring and just stomping.
On the top of the house.
Oh, it's
I'm
just
just
you.
going to kind of squat down. So, are you coming inside? 'Cause I don't think this is a
No,
good
I
place
think
to
I'm
friends.
just gonna be out here for a while.
So there's no getting you inside. We're kind of worried about these masked people. I'm gonna be honest. And it's not the first time something's happened while we tried to sleep.
I can
would
handle
rather keep you
myself.
close.
Besides, I have Elvie.
Fine.
Just have LD wake Shrike up.
Because
if you get
the fairy doesn't actually have to sleep, so yeah.
So Lilith is going to
But
scoff
You should get your rest.
and
I'll be
ignore that and just walk inside and come back out with blankets. Throw one at Yuelia and then lay next.
Aww. How cute.
Thanks.
Shut up, it's the buddy system.
Lilith is in love.
Ship
Love is
it!
overrated.
Ship it!
Yeah, shake
Get
it.
it.
So, is Breya pretty much gone to sleep?
Yeah, I'll head up to my old bedroom.
Alright. It's a little bit different since the twins have taken it over.
Well, they took over my room.
Yes.
Alright, well, I'm gonna kick them out and make them find a different room to sleep in.
Rude.
War!
This is war!
Pillow fight!
Pretty sure they just join with you once you come to bed.
I'll sleep wherever Shrike is.
Shrike's sleeping in the kitchen.
That's fine. It's probably nice and toasty in there.
But there's a couple of extra rooms, but they're basically just sleep where you want to sleep. If it's on the floor, if it's on the furniture, the couch, sofa, whatever. As a bit, halflings are very like c'est la vie, like just whatever happens kind of deal.
Oh wait, before I go to bed, I'm gonna make sure everyone has blankets though. Gonna carry
I got
around
lucky.
blankets.
All of the blankets. I make a nest out of blankets.
But I'm going to assume at this point that everybody has started a long rest.
Yeah.
Yes.
If we don't need a long rest, do we have to take it?
Yes.
If you do not
You
take
would
a
be
long
exhausted.
rest, at least once in a day, you get a point of exhaustion.
Okay, long rest it is.
Which could possibly kill you if you already have enough points of exhaustion.
Yeah, Lilith.
Now
I heard that already.
I was just like looking at you, Lilith.
Yeah.
You know, I know this is virtual and all, but I felt his eyes staring.
I felt bad because I was looking through, like, when I was giving you guys achievements, I was, like, trying to find the most memorable stuff in my mind that you guys did. I was like, man, Lilith has really gotten the shit into
Yep.
this whole time.
You know what? Screw you guys.
Another
I was
achievement.
like, please, if you guys can remember something super exciting and positive, let me know, but I couldn't remember.
Damn it.
Come on, Lilith, you know we love you.
It hasn't happened yet. You know?
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Lilith played catch during a fight and was the ball.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Yeah, I stepped out of the way. I will never forget.
Neither will I. This is amazing.
Neither will I.
Oh, jeez.
But as you all
I wonder what Shrike keeps on his
eventually
person.
drift off to sleep,
It's war.
a familiar feeling envelops you. And what felt maybe like a whole minute of closing your eyes
Do we still get the
dissipates
benefit
as
of a long
you
rest?
open them to the sight of the neon jungle once more.
Son of a. Do we still get the benefits of a long rest, or
Yes, you
no?
do. You
Avatar.
still get
Okay.
the benefits of a long rest.
Otherwise, I was about to have to damage
Breathe.
myself.
Everybody or just specific?
Everybody.
Okay. You said
No, this is
familiar.
the equivalent of,
but
like,
it's
an
not
auto-save.
familiar for me.
Well-
Yuelia hasn't been to the Neon Woods.
I was about to say this is not familiar to me.
This is
Well,
Deep Root.
I was getting
This
to that.
isn't Deep Root. Deep Root's the dude.
Deep Root is the dude.
But I should rephrase it to the majority of you. Yes, this is familiar.
You would not
But
be Yuelia.
as Yuelia opens her eyes to this crazy sight for the very first time, she basically sees all of you just not really reacting a whole lot, and you're just trying to take in all the colors and just wildness of the area that you're currently in.
Is anything different for those of us that have been here?
Doesn't
Does anything
seem
stand
different.
out as different? Okay.
So we woke up somewhere we weren't where we fell asleep.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Basically, we woke up in Canada.
You woke up in a freaking neon jungle
Yeah,
that looks like the
yeah.
Avatar.
Yeah.
But you guys are kind of
Okay.
in like some lush vegetation and trees and stuff. But it's the same place you remember.
I'll start heading towards the totem pole.
Oh, I'm just.
You guys have there's no town in sight.
Oh,
You're
shit.
literally in the mess of it
What
again.
Ugh.
Into the
What
thick of it.
is this? What
Damn it,
just
Deep Root.
happened? Where are we?
Oh, so Yuelia, this is the dream world. Dream world, Yuelia.
What do you mean dream world?
I'm
Well-
assuming you think the spirits have called us here, right?
Pretty much.
You could
Or
assume that.
There's also the theory that I did finally reconnect with the crystal.
You can assume that as well. Or I just really wanted to try and get a bag of holding.
I'm gonna start looking around.
I mean,
Like moving around, looking past trees, trying to see if there's a path anywhere.
there doesn't seem to be any particular rhyme or reason to this place.
Shrike is just gonna start walking.
Excuse me, spirits. Can you help us get to the totem pole, please?
Your ears catch the sound of something up in the trees.
Oh no, they're in the trees.
Ugh.
A familiar friend with a mask is sitting up in the tree.
Is it Boom Shakalaka Deep Root?
That is full name.
Let me see if I can.
It's just
Find
Deep
it.
Root, but I nicknamed it Boom Shakalaka because of the neon.
Let me see if I can find that
I
picture.
thought Deep Root was short for Boom Shakalaka Deep Root.
Boom Shakalaka Deep Root is his full name.
His
I
full name is
don't think
Deep Root Boom Shakalaka Deep Root.
I don't think I ever said
No, that
anything
was my
along the
father.
lines of Boom Shakalaka Deep Root.
Oh, now you did.
Well, now you
Deep
did.
Boom
Now
so
I
it's
did.
canon.
You are correct.
Boom Shakal. It's
Sure,
Deep
didn't-
Boom Shakalaka Root the Third.
Esquire.
Fourth of his name.
Esquire.
Fourth of his name.
I like it.
What?
So,
Canon.
is this real?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can die here.
Well,
Not
I
that
mean,
we've
How did we
this.
get here?
That's a random thing to throw out.
Mirra,
How did we get here? Also,
Yes.
what's that?
Where are we
what are
going?
they doing here? And I guess
Well, so we had the stone for a while now, and I wanted to use it, so
you
I hope it's
Use-
okay.
you use the Oracle Stone.
I don't know how that works, really. I just wanted to go to the dream world, so here we are.
Breya looks a little frustrated.
Did any
So-
of Breya's family make the trip with us? Because that'd be hilarious.
Nope, it's just you guys.
That's convenient.
How
least kidnap the
long
right people.
can we stay here maximum?
I mean, infinitely, I'd assume.
My sister happens to be in danger right now.
Yeah, but it's a dream world.
I'm
It's
sure
happening
time
at the same
works
time we're
differently.
dreaming.
I
If I'm
mean,
in the dream world for 4 days,
We're not gonna be in the dream world for 4 days. Last time, when Shrike and Lilith and I came here, we were just here for the night, and then we woke up.
I'm
Yeah,
getting
it's
real
fine.
tired of all these other dimensions.
some of these questions, just thrown out there is a person that literally is super knowledgeable and seems to be
Yeah,
here
Deep
every
Root.
time.
Deep
No, we
Root,
can make
my
assumptions.
friend.
So who's the masked person? Is it Deep Root? Is it the other
No,
masked
I'm trying to-
person that
It's the person who leads us.
leads us like
Yeah.
every time?
That's the one that seems to be leading you every time you guys show up randomly.
This time, I want to try to follow them in the trees. I'm gonna start climbing.
Hi. I know my
Unlike the
voice.
other times, she
just
seems to be
walk.
perfectly okay with you moving up towards her.
I'm gonna nod.
She doesn't really
Let's
make
go.
it. You just see her mask kind of follow you, but she doesn't really move other than altering the direction of the mask with her head. As soon as I find a picture
So,
I have saved,
is
I have,
there
like,
a reason
1,000
here?
pictures
Is there a
saved. They have to
reason you
follow.
wanted to come here, Mirra?
You'll find out.
Oh,
Yeah, we
oh,
just
wait.
gotta get to
You'll
the
find
totem
out.
pole.
what's
Plus,
everybody doing?
I was hoping we could get more information on the angry elemental. Because last time we were here, we found out that it was gonna be a fire elemental. I wanted to see if they got like any more information on it, and also use the stone we got.
Here we go.
Did we say last time we were here that all the information we did get was all the information they could give us?
We can hope
At the time,
at the time. Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep my head down and follow Mirra.
so
I
the
consider
one, the
Mirra our
main
spiritual expert.
picture. Sorry, the main picture I want you to pay attention to is the bottom one.
That is adorable. Is she on a dog?
No,
She's
not
in the
currently.
trees.
She can ride a dog in the trees. It's D&D. We get to do whatever we want.
D&D.
Whatever we want.
No, you can't eat the orphans.
He's a child.
What? What? I can't eat orphans. I can't cast meteor swarm on demand. What? This is.
Meteor
But-
man.
That should give a rough representation of their appearance. And yes, she does have the swirl on the mask. I believe I told you that at the very beginning.
So they obviously don't look anything like a cultist to me.
It's okay, Yuelia. They're nice. Oh, does she have her backpack on her? Yuelia?
Yeah, if she.
You guys should have everything that you normally would have.
I was
Then, yeah.
hoping. I remember to bring you more cookies this time too.
You see her. She's still in the tree, but you see her do this. She's like holding out her hands.
Here, I guess. So I guess I'll. Since do I have all your cookies?
You have all my cookies. You have so many
Okay.
cookies.
Then I guess I'm just gonna go into the bag and then just kind of bring out a couple and is this enough?
Well, we need to give more to the others, but that's once we're in the main town. I'm gonna take them and try and climb up to her.
With enough time, you do manage to get up in the tree.
Cookies!
And basically, her gesture just kind of moves with your direction.
They liked the cookies last time. They left me a cute little note, like a smiley face.
And and it was very very, very rough, like very, what's the word?
Childish smiley face.
Yeah. But she takes the cookies and you see her hand go up under her mask and you hear crunching. And she immediately hops down and she just starts walking in a direction.
I follow. Oh, I
I'm gonna
climbed
try to follow, but
carefully.
no, I'm gonna follow through the trees. Come on, Mirra.
Oh, okay. Okay, I try and follow Lilith through the trees.
Shrike is gonna follow on foot.
So, if you guys are really going to travel via trees, I'm going to need acrobatics checks from both of you.
Let's do it.
Ooh, okay. 19 total.
Fantastic.
14 plus
Natural 1.
No!
Are you kidding me?
I'm really good at acrobatics, and I got a natural 1. You know what?
You
I'll
fall.
use my inspiration just 'cause.
Inspiration!
See, this is why I stay on the ground. My rolling's bad tonight.
Okay, I got a
Pedi's
16.
rolling stays bad though. Like, what have you done
Yeah.
recently to get this
I-
karma?
Don't know what I did to
What
it.
did you
Don't know
roll?
what I-
Lilith
Bad
is...
for like 4 games.
Lilith
What did
is
you roll the
cursed.
second time?
11, so 16.
Okay. So you guys make your way through the trees. Lilith almost slips up a little bit, but she manages to correct herself. Mainly because Lilith almost grabbed onto one of those giant neon boa constrictors. But luckily enough, grabbed something else instead. But maybe 10 minutes into your travel, your friend disappears.
We following them on foot, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But she's like walking right ahead of you and then just gone.
I continue in the direction she was going.
I'm
Same.
gonna look up at Breya. Is this real? Am I dreaming? I feel like this is. I don't know. I'm caught in a weird dream or something.
It's both.
You're not here. You're in the tree.
It's both. I can hear you.
I can hear you.
My perception is
definitely
21,
involved.
okay? I can hear
Mirra-
everything.
Mirra should be able to hear you.
I can hear everything. I'm like Jenny on a normal
But
day.
I did ask Breya.
Yeah, this is pretty normal.
What did I get myself into?
What did you get yourself into?
Yeah, this
Oh.
shit happens to us a lot.
And I don't know if this is the best picture, but this is the closest thing I could find. It should be a lot darker other than the neon.
Avatar.
Like, the whole forest is lit up. But like I said, she walks forward a couple of steps, your new friend, old friend for some, and she just disappears.
I keep walking in the same direction she was going.
And
Same.
Mirra disappears.
I knew it.
I'll keep
Shrike is
walking.
walking too.
Walk.
They just disappear.
Yuelia must be freaking out. Probably
Like,
should
do I
have
see
told her.
where they disappeared at. Like, do I see where they disappeared at?
Yeah, it's about 10 steps ahead of you.
We probably
Okay,
should have
so
told
I'm,
her.
I'm gonna like I'm
before
just gonna
it
like put my hand forward to see what happens.
So you get to about that area, and you stick your hand through, and as your hand's going through, it disappears. So you only see like up to your elbow.
What do you think, Elvie?
And
Great.
your hand gets cut off, but you feel nothing.
She basically, more or less, she's like, "Do you want me to go first?"
No, we'll go. If they all did it, I guess it's safe.
Sorry, we probably should have explained that.
All right, so I'll go through.
So as Yuelia steps through, it just becomes an opening. Like all the trees and everything disappear, and there's various huts here and there, but there's just this path of like totem poles with those large masks like the lady was wearing, just all down this path to, it seems like, the middle of the village. But there's something different for those of you who have been here before. What was once a large totem pole in the middle has been replaced by a fairly large tree.
Oh.
Does
Do
it
we recognize
resemble
this
the
tree?
tree on Breya's house?
It does not.
Does it look like any tree we might know?
Well, I can take nature checks from anybody who wants to give it
I
a
want
shot.
to.
What?
I'm good.
I rolled a 10.
Good job.
Can I do a survival instead?
This would be nature, absolutely.
God damn it, I rolled only a 10.
I rolled a 9.
Something here. What? Ooh, my nature sucks. Let's see. Oh no, no, it's a tree.
I have a plus. It's a tree. I have a +0 and I rolled a 9, so that wasn't bad. Except I'm kind of
have a
upset.
+5
been a 19.
and I got 11. So
Oh yeah, that is definitely a tree.
that
As
is a
far
tree.
if nobody rolled higher than a 20, as far as you guys are aware of, it's
Do I
a tree
dare use my
indigenous to this.
inspiration on this? I will use. You know
I
what?
rolled a 30.
I'm using my inspiration. Hold on.
Okay.
All
I
right.
rolled a natural 100.
What? Oh, what?
Well, that was a natural 1. So
Oh
thanks.
no.
Thanks, Shrike.
No.
Thanks.
Welcome to
You
my
said
life.
natural
I'm not the only
100,
one who
right?
did
and the
that.
game said no 1.
No, you know it's a
Like,
tree. That's
Can I
it.
take mine back because
No.
I think I just got jinxed.
In the
No, you
immortal
missed it.
It
words,
happened to me too earlier, so I feel for you.
in the immortal words of Corona Trigger, but the world or the future refused to change.
I'm fucking. I'm really good at this shit, and then apparently, nope, that's a tree.
You're too
I guess
shocked
I'm just
by.
I guess my character's still flustered on.
Yeah, you're too shocked by all the surroundings and the disappearing barrier, and you're like, what is going on? Yuelia,
Still not convinced.
can you
this
come
is
over
real.
here, please? I
Ever go up?
There's some lightness to some trees that you guys have seen before, but I mean it's a tree.
Okay.
I have Yuelia come over by me, and I lay out a blanket, and I have her take out a bunch of the cookies. I tried
Wait a
to make
second,
sure
hold on.
there was enough for everyone this time.
Question.
Question.
When I look at the tree, just based on like our knowledge of trees, does it look like a willow tree, a pine tree, like?
Oh, she's
It's a
rolling the dice.
birch tree. You can tell it's a
Hold on.
birch tree because of the way it is.
The way it is.
I love that
Oh.
guy.
Has everybody made their way to the tree in the center of town?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
So
laying out
basically-
cookies.
You guys see Deeproot sitting at the base of the tree. He's got his legs crossed and his arms crossed. You can only really tell because the knees and the elbows are kind of sticking out the sides of his mask because it takes up so much of his body. But yeah, upon closer look at this tree, I mean, I guess it might be a willow, but the leaves don't look the same.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Mirra now. Mirra, what type of tree does it look like to you?
It's a tree.
No, but what type?
I'm not an arborist. I don't know different types.
An arborist?
Don't you know the difference between like an evergreen tree or a maple tree.
Do you know the difference between an evergreen tree and a maple tree?
Yeah,
I
my
know
family
birch
is
trees and willow trees, and that's about it. Everything else is a tree.
Does it look like a willow tree to you?
Kinda, but there's something different. I mean, it might be the dream world's version of a willow tree.
Yeah, does it look like a willow tree to her?
Like I said, as far as to everybody's roles,
Guys,
it's
we're looking
not
at the same
particularly
tree.
a tree.
Same tree, correct?
Yeah,
That's
you
what I'm
both see
trying to
the
make
same.
sure of. Okay.
Oh, okay.
As far as what you guys can tell, you guys are looking at the same thing.
Okay, because I was curious if, because, like, it's the dream world, if the tree would look different to each one of us. So that's what I was
Gotcha.
trying to figure out.
Mr. Deeproot, did you just want to like change things up, or what happened to the totem pole?
Good to see you too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, I brought cookies and I made sure there was enough for everyone.
Thank you. But yes, to answer your question,
My character just kind of like looks over at Mirra, is just confused, and just hands her the bag of holding. He's like, "Here, you do it.
Okay. Oh, this is
Figure out what you feel is necessary."
this is Mr. Deeproot. Mr. Deeproot, this is our friend Yuelia. She's
When you
helping
say
us.
bag of holding, do you mean Bob?
No.
Okay.
Bob's been a little
I
upsetty
have-
spaghetti
I have-
lately.
I have my own bag of holding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bob isn't talking to us right now.
Yeah.
Yuelia,
I know.
I also have other
Yuelia-
things in there.
Wait, who has Bob right now?
I do.
Mirra.
Yuelia made her own bag of holding.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive.
But Deeper says, I'll be happy to answer that question, but first, it seems that we have somebody new in our midst.
Hi.
Deeproot,
somebody.
Yuelia, Deeproot.
Oh, I know who she is.
Okay.
But what about
Are
her
you talking
little
about
friend?
her? Yeah, I was gonna...
It's rude not to introduce her friend.
little friend. I forgot your name. This is Deeproot. Deeproot. This is her little friend.
This
Elvie.
is Elvie.
Elvie. That's right.
You hear
Elvis.
Shrike from the back of the group? Her name is Elvie.
Elvie.
So the spirit tree speaks greatly of your new friend. As of all of you,
Have we met?
we have not.
Secret tree.
The world hears all, seals all, seals, sorry. The world hears all, sees all, and knows all. For everything that happens within the world.
The world knows who my dad is?
I'm
No.
gonna touch one of the leaves and say, was this tree always here, but we just weren't permitted to see it yet?
That is correct.
Oh.
There was never the totem pole that you saw.
These guys
What?
like
But now that you all have, I guess I could say, developed your bond with the world, it's presented itself to you. He undoes his arms and stands up. Still not that tall, but no longer sitting. He goes, this is its true form. Hang on a second.
I'm gonna take some acorns out of my pocket from my home and put them at the base of the tree as an offering.
Okay. Wait, what were you putting at the base?
Acorns from my home that I had in my pocket.
Here we go. This, I couldn't find a better one, but if you can, imagine this but green. Like a light green.
Ah.
That's hot.
Keep him away from the tree, he's weird.
That's fair.
The world is literally my patron.
But he goes, but I believe your new friend is here because it's calling out to you as well.
To me?
Yes.
Why is it calling out to me?
Hmm. I do not speak for the World Tree. I am only permitted to stand by it.
Do you have a translator?
He looks over to Shrike.
Yo, what up?
You can understand the world tree?
Yeah, dude.
My mom could.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, bud.
Okay. Why?
Not just good for explosions, am I?
You can?
You, of all people.
You,
You.
of all people.
Yeah.
Okay. What does? Why? What's up with this? What's going on? Why me?
So, as you ask that question, a mark appears on everybody's. Which hand did you say that you were marked on?
I was marked on my right hand.
That's what I thought. But everybody's left hand starts to glow with the symbols that are just like slightly different for each person, almost like a fingerprint. But the basically the symbol that gave you the blessing of being able to speak all the languages, including probably not all the language, but all the elemental languages.
Gaia's first blessing.
You get Gaia's blessing. She likes you.
But I mean, these symbols are very apparent even through your armor and very visible to everybody.
What's this? What did you mark me with?
Well, not you. You have a different symbol on your right hand.
You're marked by the bad guys.
Yeah.
And
I-
Breya is
It's a
very,
symbol I
very.
have on mine.
Breya is very sure she knows that symbol.
I had it covered,
Oh no.
but nobody. Yeah.
You've been
I
marked by
have
the
it covered, and
cultists.
I was like, no, I don't. And I'm kind of just moving my hand to the side.
No, you've definitely been marked by the cultists. I've had that mark. on my
Yuelia,
hand
when did
before.
that happen?
It didn't. Don't worry about it.
No,
So,
no,
Deeproot
you
speaks
don't
up.
know what you're talking about.
Deeproot like puts up his hand. It matters not. All that matters is that our new friend here makes a choice. Do you wish to pursue the path of those that marked you? Or do you wish to pursue the path of the people who are here with you?
Translation: do you want to be a bad guy or a good guy?
Well, I
Mark
definitely
lets
don't want
the
to.
cultists find you
I
whenever they
definitely
want
don't
to.
want to help the cultists.
There you go. He wants with us.
So I guess I'm.
She wants with us.
How dare you
Just
misgender
guess I'm
Yuelia?
helping them.
Hold on. Just so you know that Mark lets the cultists find you wherever they want, whenever they want. You are a glowing beacon to them with that mark on you.
Do I still technically have it at this point? Or...
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and.
But the biggest
I'm gonna
difference,
remove the covering from it then.
well, they can see it. It's appearing outside of your hand.
Oh. Okay.
It's like appearing over top of anything that's in the way.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was saying that they can see it, because it's glowing.
So, I know you said we get in trouble a lot, but what actually happens is the Miss World Tree kind of called out to us and wants us to help with some, like, evil, corrupting elements. So, we're kind of dealing with that right now.
And if I decide to help, you can remove this.
Deeproot says, it's a little bit more complicated than just yes or no, or left or right. But
Do I have to?
if you truly wish to remove that element, it's a path that you have to take to the end, which is why I asked you that question. If your heart is not in this decision, your mark will not be traded.
What is it that you expect from me?
Hmm? The roll tree does not work in such reasonings. It's not that she expects things out of you, but more so she expects you to fulfill your role in the life that you have.
That's kind of vague, isn't it?
Hmm? As I said, I do not speak for the tree.
That's
But-
Shrike's job.
But
What was the Shrike said one time?
she wants
World
your
called and I
permission.
answered?
As far as I can tell so far, she wants your permission to help you. She will not give help to those who do not want it.
Consent is sexy.
Stop Shrike.
Y'all ask for translations.
Does a 16 hit?
Okay, it actually does. So if you're kidding me, like it hits.
Very well.
You get a cuff upside the head.
I'll help.
No, it was a dagger.
Dagger.
No, yeah, it's definitely a dagger.
You got full
Seabrook
damage
kind
now,
of
right?
takes a step backward with his right leg to move out of the way and presents his hand and he goes, "Please step forward and touch the tree ahead of you."
Okay.
And as he says that, you see all sorts of these masked individuals like come out of nowhere, just filling in like a ring around you guys to watch. And they all have the same emblem on their mask, that swirl.
It's
Wait,
okay,
hold
they're
on.
nice.
I'm gonna look over to the rest of the group to be sure that
Out of character for a
seems like I'm
moment.
okay.
They're,
Okay.
they're nice.
Out of character for a moment. Does this swirl go the opposite way the cultists do? Or does it go the same way?
Interesting. Why don't you do a perception check really quick?
Ooh.
No, that's a 6.
You do notice that it is the opposite. You
Oh,
basically
good.
had to roll above a 1.
Oh, thank God, I was about to use inspiration on that. Although I actually could have used my Pact of Talisman.
But yes, the swirl does go the opposite.
I'm gonna touch the tree then.
As you do, are you using your right hand, I'm assuming?
Yes, essentially just as a form of
There's
blessing it, if you would.
It's almost resistant at first. As you're reaching out to it, there's an incredible burning sensation, and you're seeing all those things go through your mind again. They're more intense and more vivid. You're actually kind of, instead of them just being brief blips that you couldn't make heads or tails out of, or even really watch them long enough to really see what was going on, this time they play out for a couple of seconds. Rivalries between what seems to be brothers, villages burning, and people are in chaos. It's almost like the world is ending, and then the eye that kind of closes just a little bit, and you hear its voice just for a little bit. Its deep baritone voice just echoes through like almost your entire body, your soul even. I'll always be watching.
No.
Okay, Sauron.
And then it goes away as you finally touch the tree, and you're filled with this just warmth. Maybe not happiness, but just calmness, content.
I'm gonna look up to where that eye was in the image that I saw and all that to see if I still see it here.
As you look up, you just see the tree's leaves, and you just see the essence of its energy. So, oddly enough, it reminds you a lot of the energy that is in LV.
And all these other guys are also circling around me, you said?
I said there's a whole bunch of these masked people just sitting like all grouped together, and now like they've kind of formed a gathering of like a ring around you guys.
It's initiation time. You're about to get jumped.
Yeah, I feel.
And then suddenly the mark starts to appear in your hand, on your left hand, and it makes its own special. As Ginger licks my finger, it makes its own special design. Now I'll have to give you the blessing.
Blessing.
You can now speak
So many languages.
Aquan, Orin, Ignan, and Terran, and Primordial. But Primordial is not meant for speaking to other people.
I already understood Primordial, apparently.
But now you can speak it without talking.
It's all up in your brain meat.
So now, when Shrike is talking with Breya's mom and going through all of the languages, you'll understand all the languages.
As they do, in case anybody was wondering. That's what the first blessing is.
Is Exfu? Azu?
Deeproot speaks up. It seems that you've chosen. While neither path was wrong, this path
Is right.
This path leads to your greatest potential. And the tree actually starts glowing a little bit more too. Almost as if it's happy.
So, were you guys the one that told us about fire elemental? Is this what's happening?
I believe that is a conversation we had the last time you were all here.
Can I ask Deeproot a question?
I mean, you can ask him as many questions as you'd like.
I'm just gonna speak up and say, do you know anything about the masked men who dress up like jesters?
Ah, yes. I believe you all refer to them as the cult.
So they're not any different from the other masked men.
They are, and they're not. Just as a red rose and a blue rose are still roses. All that differs is, I guess, their growth.
Do you know what their goals are?
My understanding of their goals is limited. I do not see the world and hear the world as you all do. I do not live in the world that you all live in. Such things such as politics and such are lost on me. But what I can tell you is how it relates to the tree. More or less.
I nod.
These masked individuals are actually a part of us as well.
Are still a part of, or once were?
Once were. To understand, the cycle of nature is that life is created and then it is destroyed, only to be recreated again using what was once destroyed. An endless cycle of creation and then destruction. Such as it is, such as it always shall be. The individuals that you speak of do not believe that creation is supposed to exist. That there was one point where nothing existed, and that is the natural state of the world. That somewhere along the lines, creation became the abomination, or that it was never meant to be. Which is why they believe people of the mortal world find much difficulty in finding purpose. Is that he looks away for a moment. I believe the word, oh, my goodness, my words today. I believe the word you're looking for in your language is nihilism.
If it's always been creation and destruction, what has led to such a perversion in their thoughts? To believe that only destruction is the possible way.
To them, their thoughts are not a perversion. And technically, according to what we believe, there is no wrong or right, or good or evil. How they choose to perceive the world is perfectly acceptable because that is their choice on how to perceive it.
But they're murdering people for their cause.
Such is the cost of free will. The world tree does not dictate how you all live your lives, only that you live it. The only thing that saddens it is that a world without creation means that everything just ceases to be altogether. And then there is nothing particularly beautiful about emptiness, I suppose.
I guess what confuses me is that they're so content believing that once they get their destruction, that creation won't be born again of its own will.
You're right. They believe in an outcome that they don't, or at least I would assume that they don't particularly know is guaranteed. But maybe in their minds it is guaranteed, which is far, far more disturbing. Did that answer your question?
Yes, but I fear they're gonna set a fire. A really big fire. From that vision that we all saw. And I'm not really content with that.
But you could say that from the ashes of the fire that you saw, help something grow as he gestures to all of you. And maybe this time around it won't happen.
Perhaps.
Anybody else have any questions?
What the fuck is up with that chicken?
You just see his mask kind of just turn sideways.
We met a chicken that explodes.
He doesn't like it when you speak with the spirits.
At least a fire spirit, he didn't like it. He blew up. And then he turned into an egg that was too hot to touch.
You mentioned that the fire elemental is the one at Midway Burrows. Is the chicken part of said elemental?
I know nothing of this chicken you speak of.
Can you tell us anything else about the elemental?
Yes. But, as far as what you're describing, the primal spirits can inhabit anything. Animals, people, objects. It's just a matter of right place, right time, I suppose is how you all would phrase it. Sometimes things just come into existence. But as far as the creature that I told you of, it is not above Burrows, it is below it. And according to my senses, it seems to be going after another source of Salamander's energy.
So So we
So you-
use the chicken to lure it out.
It could be the chicken. Maybe the chicken came from underground.
How do we get underground? Anybody got a shovel?
I mean, I could just geomancy and make shit happen.
Does the fire elemental pose a threat to Midway Burrows?
It probably.
I do not see the world as you see it. But I suppose by threat you mean that the villagers may come to harm.
Yes.
It is very likely.
Okay, we gotta deal with that then.
Shrike's gonna turn to Breya and be like, is there a mine or anything like that near Midway Burrows?
Is there a mine, catacombs, anything that goes
Not
underground?
catacombs, but there was a mine that was very quickly abandoned when they just didn't find any real resources of value. It was just dirt and rock.
How long ago would you say that that mine was tried to be opened? Like, before her lifetime?
I wouldn't say before it, but it was abandoned
Would Breya know
really
about
on
the
in her
mine?
years.
Okay. So I'll turn to Shrike and say, actually, now that you mention it, when I was a kid, Halvir and I used to explore this abandoned mine. They said that they didn't find anything of worth, but there was this old man who insisted there were diamonds down there, so me and my brother used to try to go find them.
I think that's where we gotta go next.
Oh, the irony. Out of character.
Wow.
Why is it ironic?
Shrike
Let's
making a plan.
find out.
Shrike making a plan.
Oh, indeed.
The
Yeah.
irony is that by going underground, they unleashed it.
Right?
They dug too deep.
Oh god. Lord of the Rings? I think that's Lord of the Rings.
It was Lord of the Rings. The Balrog.
Deeper, we have another one of those crystals too.
Ah yes, I sensed it.
Although this one's
Meg says it's mad.
it's angry. It's upset as spaghetti.
There is much malevolence coming from that crystal.
What would cause it to be so angry? And could we purify it?
He beckons Shrike over.
Shrike is gonna pull it out and he's gonna walk over.
Whip
you
it
do it.
out.
Don't you, I knew it! I knew somebody was gonna do it.
Sorry.
Resisting.
Did anyone hear? Okay.
I didn't want to say it.
I did.
Neither did I.
Didn't want to ruin the moment.
Wow, I was ordering food and I missed my cue.
Oh
God damn it.
no.
Aha, that's what you get.
But as Shrike comes over with the crystal, he kind of gestures like this, and the crystal just kind of levitates between his hands. He goes, This is not stable mana. It's been corrupted by the darkness in the heart of the person who manifested it. Apparently he did not like that you killed him, and his mask turns towards Shrike.
Yeah, that would make sense. He was very rude
There-
though.
There's much more negative emotions tied to this crystal. We could purify it here, though. But that would involve, I guess, a adventure in itself.
We should probably handle the elemental before that becomes a problem. We can, if, as Mirra put it, we can always come back.
Well, time is slower here, just so you know.
Do it.
Or I should
Go on an
say,
adventure.
in the
Field trip.
dream world, time is convoluted. A century can easily pass here before a minute could pass in the real world. Can't say that that's always the case, but such is the world of dreams.
I'm all for purification adventure.
It's not good to keep it all angry like that.
It sounds like
It also has the chance
Breya's
to
sister.
manifest itself back to its original form,
Oh, that's no
which
good.
it seems very close to doing.
Oh, you need to fix
As long
that.
as Breya's okay.
I had to make Mikey play 2 different characters at the same time.
I'll do it.
Oh,
No,
no.
I can't because no. I don't want to be fighting.
I'm gonna attack myself just so I can
attack
get myself
myself.
out of the fight.
Well, I would kill the healer, so I attack me.
This is clearly random, but
Breya, are you okay if we do this before this becomes a problem? As he said, time's
I think we should.
soupy.
Especially if, as he said, it's due to reform.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Then we better take care of this before it's a problem. We don't need it reforming in the middle of something else.
Mm.
there's another boss fight. Here's a second boss.
Right? The
Okay.
face.
How do we do this?
All right, deeper hit us.
No.
Is there any other questions? He's just kind of holding.
I asked, how do we do
How
this?
do we do this?
Well,
How do you want to do this?
I will basically attempt to traverse you all into the crystal.
Kinky.
Oh, fuck. I'm getting flashbacks.
Once inside, I cannot tell you further, for I do not know what the crystal possesses. I imagine you'll either have to traverse through the crystal's world, so to speak, and you'll probably have to relive the memories that it has regrets over.
Brett's fighting us, I'm sure.
Well, I think the only way we can find out is just to dive in.
So should we like jump in head first or feet first?
Probably feet first.
Head first.
I'll jump in feet first.
His hands go like this to the crystal, like in between. He goes, there will be no need for jumping. But you might jump. And just this wave of energy fans out, and it just like distorts everything around in this world. It's like all blurry, except you guys can see each other clearly and defined. And then everybody's just sucked in.
Yeah.
Side quest.
Are we ending for tonight, or are we going on from here?
We still
Yeah,
20 minutes or
more than
so if you guys want to keep
Awesome.
going.
I'm just gonna go to the washroom. That's the weirdest thing.
Okay.
Shrike is immediately, as normal, going to try to reconnect with his spirits to see if he can talk with them while we're in the crystal.
Excuse me.
I'm
Okay.
gonna take a step away as well. Be right back.
Okay. I'll wait really quick. I'm just setting stuff up anyway.
Hey, Shrike.
Oh,
Catch me.
no.
Rude.
Just wait till a higher level, and then instead of catching you, I'll just cast Fly on you. Don't need to catch you, because you won't fall.
Now, can they still use fly when they're unconscious? That's the question.
Featherfall?
That'll work.
I watched a TikTok, and somebody had 6 HP and took 80-something fall damage.
Well,
And I couldn't help but start laughing, because, like, he did it willingly. It wasn't like, oh, he was hit off the edge. Like, he jumped off the edge.
Weep.
But
I
why?
knew exactly what he was doing.
Weep.
You
But
didn't wanna take the
why?
stairs. You want to take the stairs. Quicker. Hold on. I'm gonna show you. You just need to find it.
But what? Did he have a cleric in his party using the stairs
That
so
one.
he knew that, like...
There you go.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
like
Yeah.
House for rent, 5 minutes from the beach, 8 seconds if you fall.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sounds good for you.
We'll do the regular one. All right. Trying to get the longest one I can find.
Josh, do
Sir,
I smell combat?
do I smell combat? Yeah, it's probably around the corner here.
Score. Eldritch Blast. I clearly did it first. Surprise round.
Lilith enter combat.
Oh no, I casually
Lilith.
missed. Yeah. No, it's just
Lilith.
Pedi. It's just Pedi.
It's Shrike.
It's just Pedi.
Yeah,
just
Cicero
Pedi.
even like.
Clearly, my name is Shrike, okay?
Yeah.
Made the joke earlier, twice now. There's a reason why Shrike is bloodthirsty. War is literally in my Discord name twice.
Mm, mm. Did anybody have any out of character question? Excuse me?
Not necessarily out of character, but can I reach out to my spirits?
Oh
Telepathically,
yes,
see
I
if
did
can-
say that. My apologies. But yes, I'll say that they will appear when you guys reach your destination.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That would kind of suck not to have your spirits when you end up where you are.
Well, because when we did the Mirra Lilith one, I couldn't have them, but I still had my connection for geomancy purposes.
Right.
So I wasn't sure if that was going to be like the same thing now, because we're not, like, we're still
Here-
kind of in the dream world, but we're now
Dream-
in like a sub dream world.
Now your connection has grown stronger. Like,
Okay.
it's odd. Here in the dream world, you actually have access to all 6 elements at all times. You still have to make those transitions like you normally would, but
But I don't need to dismiss and then.
well, you
Summon, I
don't
can
need
just-
like a large body of water to
Okay.
use Undine. You don't need a large body of fire to use Salamander. You don't have to be in the dark to use Nox.
Umbra.
Umbra, sorry.
My main connection right now is still the Mirra.
Okay.
Aww.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
Aww.
Gay.
Mirra's my keeper.
Aww.
She keeps me out of trouble.
Rude.
It was literally how we role played everything.
Oh shoot, you guys were role playing?
Mitchell, you're gay.
What?
No,
wow.
You want to know the truth? Mitchell's actually lying. He's not gay. He's a
Wait.
pansexual in disguise.
He's a what?
A pansexual in disguise.
What?
I knew it.
Oof.
I knew it.
What?
He just really loves frying pans, okay?
I can't
But we
control
can't
myself.
judge him.
Really? Really, Dave? 8 seconds if you fall.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Welcome back, you didn't miss anything.
You missed
Oh,
that
we'll
Mitchell
hold him
really
out.
loves frying pans.
The only thing you really missed is that I now have 6 spirits hanging out instead of just 1.
Oh,
Lost City of Amp. What? Sorry.
yeah.
Lost City of Amp.
City of Amdapor.
Yep.
Why not hard mode, Josh? fuck?
Because I'm after the music, not
No, I know.
No, screw that place.
I'm after.
Yeah, no, fuck this place. I hate this place.
We're going into
Really?
Mythic Sylvanas? What?
Yeah.
I am proud
Final
that you
boss is
were.
Diablos.
But as you guys finally stabilize, I guess is the word.
Music slaps though.
Yes, it does. I love this music, absolutely.
I gotta give you a track that I think you should use, but anyway, go on.
But basically, the area around you, more or less, currently looks like this. Minus the person there, but basically, there's these large crystal formations. It's kind of flattened out where you all are standing. But you guys can see that there's kind of a pathway that leads deeper into this cavern of sorts.
Bitch, if you make me cry again in this fucking crystal world, I'm gonna send Jenny after you. It's gonna happen.
She's already there.
Okay. I'm having flashbacks, PTSD from the crystal world. Ooh, it's pretty.
You can't switch up like that.
Yep.
Does
Got it.
there appear to be any obvious path?
Yeah, he said there was a path.
Oh, yeah. And just to throw that out there, if there's music that you think I can use, feel free to show it to me. I actually like the one Shrike used for his theme song. That was actually pretty good.
We
Trying to
can
remember
pick
where that
theme
was.
songs.
Shrike.
Yeah,
for
I
no-
looked
for
it up a
no
long
reason
time
whatsoever.
ago.
I totally forgot.
I don't remember what I
Wow.
put as my theme song.
I personally picked theme music for you guys, but I was like, if you guys have theme music that you'd like, feel free to pick it and send it to me.
Go to war.
Because basically, there's going to be certain times where I play your theme music, and that's going to be your cue to do whatever the F you want.
How do you want to do this? Cue theme music.
Alright, let's get this done. Can't even talk.
Shrike will lead
Dream
the way.
lag. What?
Shrike is leading the way.
Okay.
Shrike just started walking.
Shrike is taking the path.
Wait for me. Sorry. Fucking lose my voice again. Wait for me.
My weapons are drawn.
Shrike is a weapon.
Before you get too far, you hear Deeproot's voice one more time. Be wary how long you spend in this place, however. These are the memories of the past, and technically should no longer exist other than in the minds of those who remember.
Oh, never mind.
There are creatures that, how should I say, well, let's just say you shouldn't spend that much time here, and leave it at that.
Okay, thank you. Well, I guess we have to hurry.
Go to war.
Right, can you walk any slower?
Shrike is going as fast as he can.
Oh, you got into a run?
A light jog.
Oh, Shrike's gone into a light jog. What's everybody else doing?
Wait for me. Following
That's
Shrike.
okay.
Yeah, we're following, or I'm following, just not jogging.
I'm gonna take Aurora's hand and walk beside Aurora.
What?
I'll keep you safe.
Is that ever?
Tiny
I
person.
wasn't sure. Did I hear everybody?
I ship it.
Yeah, I'm also following.
All right. Basically, this place is so vast, and it's kind of pretty in its own sense, but you just get the feeling that there's something among the crystals as far as, let me rephrase that, that these crystals that kind of surround the paths that you're taking, there's something within them that they're just not formations. They're made of something, so to speak.
Can we take a look at
Do you
them?
think if we touch
Yeah,
the
if you want to.
we start seeing the memories?
Cool.
I say that to Mirra.
Are they? Do
Maybe?
they look magical or anything?
Yuelia would know that there is, and technically Shrike Arcana, my Arcana people, Shrike,
Ooh.
Yuelia.
Yes.
Thing.
So you guys would know that it's very common for really, really strong wills, really strong emotions to manifest in the real world. Sometimes it's undead, where regrets are manifested, but sometimes the will to pass on information sometimes manifests itself as crystals.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's not like we can touch all of them. We don't have that much time. You said we need to be
but
quick.
anything that sticks out to us is something worth looking into.
Is there any that are like glowing red?
Around all of it looks. I mean, I know I showed you that picture, but they are very varied in color, but they're very light. Like there's some that are like light yellow, light orange, light purple. None of them are very heavy
Too
in
many
their
of them
colors.
stand out to us to
And
be.
and the current area you're in, no. And Shrike's making some pretty good progress unless he stops.
Let's
Nah,
continue.
Shrike is gonna keep going until something like jumps out as being different.
I run. Can catch up. Hopefully.
Yes, we're just kind of behind.
The path eventually does open up. And there's a crystal. The room kind of opens up, like the crystals are out of the way where the floor is flat, like where you're walking. And in the middle of this room, there's just a crystal floating on its own. Quietly,
Shrike is not gonna pay attention
silently.
to the fact that everybody else was like lagging behind, and he's gonna touch the crystal.
Oh, man.
That one looks like the one.
I
Shrike
guess
is
if
gonna do the
there's,
thing and go touch it.
if there's anything that we need to touch, it's probably that one.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, Christmas save.
Shrike becomes the bad guy.
Does a 14 pass?
He could be possessed by the will of the crab.
Crab people. No, this is the one of that
This is the
homeless
one of the
boy.
ones Mikey
Like
played.
crab, talk
Isn't
like.
this the one Mikey played at?
Yeah, this is the multi-armed god one.
One Breya was also not here for.
Squid people.
But as you go to just quickly run up and touch it, all of a sudden your will to touch it just dissipates. You actually don't want to get near it at all. Actually,
Is that because I failed my save? Alright. Inspiration it is.
Maybe you passed your save and you're not supposed to touch
18.
it.
I would tell him so he wouldn't use his reroll.
18?
18 still does not pass.
Alright, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah, I expected you to roll like a 27.
I have a +5, so.
I know. And as a charisma is the group's best stat.
Yep.
Like, unless this is against being poisoned, which I doubt. And I don't have anything.
Shrike, wait for us.
I actually do not do well with charisma. I'm like the only one.
Which is good, because you have the other stuff we need
Yeah,
that
you're the
none of us have.
Parties are best when they're spread out in strengths.
Yeah, we're all the happy charisma people.
So what is it, Shrike? What do you see? What
Everybody can see it at this point.
The giant floating crystal.
Yeah, if you've
The,
all caught
more,
up, you
the
can all
better
do it.
question is, why did Shrike just stop all of a sudden?
What's wrong?
I don't know.
What?
I just don't want to touch it anymore.
Don't. Huh.
I tried to touch.
Charisma saving throw.
I can't possibly beat the DC.
Oh, nope. 13.
I mean, there's always a 5% chance.
You know what? I'll walk up and try to touch it.
Wait, you need a natural 20?
I'm
Nope.
just saying.
I critically
Tripped.
failed.
Tripped.
What did Mirra roll?
Mirra got a 13.
Yeah, I did not make it.
Mirra was a 13, Breya got a 1.
Yep,
Oh.
I critically failed.
So as more people show up, you guys just basically stop in your tracks. But after everybody kind of gathers up, the room kind of dims and loses its glow a little bit. It gets darker. And you hear the voice. You remember the voice of that boy. Why are you here?
Guys,
What
I
game?
think we
What
need to take a
boy
step
is
back.
this?
This is
Was
You
the.
weren't here
I
for
wasn't
it.
here.
Yeah, this is when you weren't here.
That's
Okay,
right.
got it.
Well,
Hold on.
I think she was there for the initial meeting. I'm pretty sure.
So, this is the boy at the docks who gave money to give us information on finding.
You guys never gave him money.
Yeah, we did. Oh,
Okay.
Lilith did.
You just gave him crumbled up candy cookies.
That's all I thought I had,
I'll
okay?
be real honest.
He was
this isn't ringing
hungry.
a bell at all, so I'm not sure I was here for it.
He was hungry, and that's all I had.
That's how we made it to the warehouse,
Yeah,
where everything went crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Early
you were here
on.
for the you were here for the initial stuff when we first met him, but nothing after that.
And then
Well,
after.
don't forget, I missed a week
Yeah.
where between
Yes.
there, so I
The
don't
first-
actually think I met him.
The first week you missed was actually in the other world.
Yeah.
But this happened before you went into there.
Yeah, we
Okay.
were with Suba and everything.
Oh, way back then.
Yeah, way
Yeah.
back.
Talking about the second time. Yeah.
You guys were trying to get more information on Gabriel, and he showed you the symbol used to start up a conversation with the local informants. But it's actually good that you don't remember him, because that just solidifies what's going to happen.
We're gonna die.
Oh no.
I was telling the group, you guys need to back up from that thing.
We're here because we don't want you to be so angry and upset. That's no good.
The room darkens more.
I made it angry.
You don't tell people to calm down.
I didn't say to calm down. It's just we want to help.
The voice responds even more bitterly. You don't want me to? Now that I'm not even alive anymore, you care what happens to me?
We cared before
We
you
cared
did that
before.
too.
In
To be
fairness,
fair,
we are
I
probably
told
big
you you
there.
wouldn't want anything he offered you.
Make a persuasion.
That's
Either
true.
of you can. Do you guys want to do one while helping another, or do you guys want to do separate rules?
I'll give you advantage. Lilith.
I'm gonna hand Lilith my necklace. If Lilith fails the ability check, she can add a plus, or she can add a D4 to the roll.
Oh yes, that.
What does your necklace look like?
It's just a necklace.
It
I
clashes.
haven't actually figured it out.
It really clashes.
Yeah, 100%. It clashes. I haven't actually figured out what it looks like.
It's a necklace of clashing.
Okay.
It clashes with no matter
Necklace
what
of
outfit.
flashing.
It's
Shrike,
No
make a
matter what
persuasion.
outfit you wear, it just
I want you to
does
persuade me to
nothing.
put your necklace on.
God damn it. Fucking wear the
Technically, you don't
necklace.
have to put it on. You could literally
I
just
know.
hold it.
I'm gonna put
Toss
it
it
in.
over my
I'm gonna
shoulder.
put it in Lilith's hand, and I'm gonna be like, "You're gonna use this," and I'm gonna intimidate.
Cloak of billowing.
Between players, you wouldn't do an intimidate roll. You would just have to intimidate Pedi.
Fine, I have a +5.
Does that intimidate you, Pedi? The +5?
You know what's fun? Nothing. I dropped the talisman.
Oh, come on. You don't drop magical artifacts. That's uncool.
It falls into the void, gone forever.
Oh.
No.
But Shrike does seem to be giving you something out of goodwill.
Aw.
He said, "Put it on."
I said what I said.
So
What's
whoever
it gonna do?
making the roll, whoever's
Pedi.
making it, make it an advantage because the other one's helping.
Pedi, do
And
it.
then you add a
Oh, good.
D4 to it as well.
Do it.
It's a D4. Under the
Shine of
assumption,
good faith. I will
if you
pick it
fail
up.
the ability check.
Alright.
So roll advantage and then see if you fail or not.
Alright. Here we go.
This is why guidance is the strongest spell in the entire game.
Seriously. Persuasion! No! Persuasion! Oh no! I went from a natural 20 and hit the wall and went to an 8.
I say that's not 20 in the wall
So
interfered.
13 and what is the necklace?
D4.
Roll a D4.
So sad.
I'm convinced that the dice
That's
are
4,
against
so
me.
17.
17. What did you say, Kachina?
I'm
Or-
convinced the dice are against me on D&D Beyond. I've been rolling terrible for 3 weeks.
You gotta
I
change your
mean,
dice. Change
you
I
it.
guys
already
are-
tried.
If you put it on D&D Beyond, then I can see it. But I am totally willing to believe whatever you guys tell me. I trust you guys.
I'm going
I-
50.
Natural 20.
Only ever rolls nat 20.
Okay, but the thing is like, if you cheat, then you're only ruining your own experience. Just throwing that out there. Because sometimes the story progresses better when you fail.
I can
Honestly.
tell you, I've only ever fudged rolls in my old GM's campaigns because he played to fuck me over.
Yeah, he was a
Don't
dick,
Yeah, that's
though.
understandable.
It is understandable.
I think
Standing in the same place,
100%.
I do the same thing.
Yeah,
Is it
think
who
it's
I
the
think
opposite
it
for
is
me.
that
It's
you're
just the
talking
dice
it's
that
about?
won't-
100% Sebastian.
Yeah, after hearing the horror stories of that, I was like,
God.
okay, because I really don't think of myself as that great of a DM. I just want to have fun with you guys. But after hearing that, I'm like, well,
Metagamed out the ass.
I say, well, maybe I am just a good DM, just a little bit. Maybe just
Just take
a
the
little
medal,
bit.
Josh. Take the freaking
Take
medal.
the medal.
Challenge, but it doesn't feel like hopelessness that you can't overcome it. And
Right,
so
that's the whole
that's
point.
like, this campaign is fun. Like, even if danger happens, I'm not sitting here like, well, I'm dead. Time to detach from this character and no longer
Like-
care.
It makes me really, really sad that you weren't a part of it, but I think everybody had a blast with the part where you guys were escaping the harbor town. I think, like,
And
if
then
I
you
had,
fell off. Oh, God.
like, if I had the ability to animate that whole thing, I think that would have been one of the highlights of a show. Because I thought that was just super cool how that all played out. But in any case,
The
so
amount of work we put in to kill the flying thing and ended up only taking one shot.
at
17.
But 17, the crystal goes silent for a bit, and the room lightens up a little bit, and he goes too late.
But you can decide now if you want to be at peace with what happened.
Why carry that hate with you? That's only hurting you more. That's no good.
You hear a more sinister voice echo in this place, just briefly. A few of you that have good memories for voices recognize it as the man that gave him the crystal. They don't actually care. At least if you keep your resentment, you'll still live on some way.
Why would we bother coming in here if we didn't care? We don't have to help you.
And all you wanted to do was turn him into a creature for your own design. That's not what he wanted. Even when he got turned into the creature, he said, hey, this isn't what I wanted. You're only out to trick him more.
All of a sudden, you hear the voice, just stop, stop.
Sorry.
And the room lightens up, and the crystal turns grayish. Not the deep gray of the initial crystal, but you guys regain. You don't feel like you can't walk forward anymore. You guys feel like you can step forward again.
Shrike is gonna take a step forward, grabbing his talisman back from Lilith.
Step back.
And he's going to apologize for putting a hole in him.
Oh.
Do you want to just do it that way, or do you actually want to say what he's going to say?
No, basically just, I don't know what I actually want to say, but it's basically going to be an apology for, blasting him before things actually started and putting a hole in him and potentially causing a fight where there may not have been one.
There's just silence at this point.
It's gray. It's already done. We gotta go to the next one. Do we see another path?
Let me put it this way, just out of character. If there was nothing you could have said at this point, I wouldn't have let you say it right now, so just keep that in mind. I would have said, he's not listening anymore. So, I just want to throw that out there, that it wasn't on deaf ears, at least.
Okay, then
We let
Lilith
you
will say.
down before, but that doesn't mean that we can't help you now.
Wait, who got the final kill on him?
Do you
Shh. Isn't that helping?
really think it doesn't weigh on us? Seeing what happened to you, seeing what they did to you and what we had to do because of it. Killing is not something we want to do. And trust me, we won't forget you.
You just don't deserve to be in pain like this.
All of a sudden, the crystal starts to warp. And it keeps its gray color, but it kind of turns into like a circle. Almost like
Sonic Ring?
a hole. And as it manifests, you kind of see the harbor. It's almost like black, white, and gray peering through this circle.
Shrike is gonna take another step forward and try to touch said harbor view.
As you touch it, everything around you becomes the harbor, except it's in black and white. Like those really old pictures back in the day when pictures didn't take color.
Did the rest of the party come through, or just me?
Yep, the whole world around you just takes shape of this place. And that is where we'll end the session for today.
Josh,
It's a really nice game. My food is almost here, so I do have to run, immediately. But I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you for
Okay.
joining us.
Oh, forget to sign up this time.
I know, I have 6 classes this semester, so I'm so forgetful about it, but I'll try.
It's okay. You gotta take care of real life stuff. I get it.
Yeah.
We just care about you and don't want you to miss out.
Just honestly presume I'm coming unless I say I can't, because I don't have anything to do on Tuesday evenings.
We'll send those questions to your chat a little bit later. But
Okay.
we'll see you later.
Bye.
dang it, Josh.
What?
Dang, Josh.
Dang it,
That was
Josh.
great.
When you said the word hole, I immediately looked at Mitchell.
I was waiting.
I'm stuffing my face. By the way, if you ever get poke bowls, do not get spicy tuna, jalapenos, spicy mayo, and spicy poke sauce.
Well,
You got
duh.
that
That
time.
sounds amazing.
a lot
I'm-
of spicy, but it does
I
sound
mean,
good.
I
It
love
sounds
spicy
good.
food, but I think I just one of them could have gone.
Wait, does
Like-
the flavor clash or is it just too hot?
It's just too hot.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I'm
Right,
getting
and
it.
sitting there
I'm getting-
crying.
Why,
Like-
why did you look straight at Mitchell?
Waiting for something inappropriate. We all know. Come on.
Of course. Of course. I waited for somebody to say it sooner when he said I pull it out. I was like,
No,
which
no,
one
no,
are you
no.
gonna say it
Did
first?
anyone
Which
hear
one
me
are
when
you
he
gonna
said
say
that?
first?
No, he didn't.
Did anyone hear me? Okay, damn it. I was over here choking. Wait. No. I was eating my food.
You almost killed him. Ugh,
Oh man. I wonder what's gonna happen.
I
right?
wonder what's gonna happen.
Well,
It
gonna die.
sucks. What if we persuade him into not fighting us? Then we don't get combat.
That's not always a bad thing.
No, I'm just
This is
kidding.
gonna be us.
Well, just so you know,
Kidding. I'm doing.
sometimes combat is unavoidable,
Mm.
but at least talking can change some of the aspects of the combat that's unavoidable. Just throwing that out
Okay.
there.
Mm.
You're all going to die down there, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn it, Dave.
I like to keep my options open.
That's like my favorite meme that I found. We all are about to go on a sea adventure. Roll for seafaring. Damn it, Dave.
Here we go again.
But I hope you guys had fun.
It was fun. Now we gotta wait a whole nother week.
Right?
Ugh.
But I think things will be a little bit more intense on the next couple of sessions.
Level 4?
Not until we kill
Oh.
something. Not until we kill something.
Not-
I stabbed Shrike.
you
We
guys,
did
Well, 'cause
plenty
we're
of killing,
doing-
like, the last session.
Well,
the
we're doing the-
cultists and the...
Milestone-ish.
Yeah.
Killing, right?
it's basically you'll gain. The way I'd like to explain it is it's just not distance. Like the way milestone it kind of is it's just like if you walk for 20 days you'll level. Basically, the more that you experience at your level of competency, the more you will level up. You're never gonna get anywhere just beating down goblins for the rest of your life. Just
Yeah, Petey.
not past
Hold
that.
on,
I don't know. I've
wait.
seen the Goblin
No, there's
Slayer.
an
Hold on.
entire anime about this.
I've seen Goblin
Bow,
Slayer.
chicka,
Don't
bow,
jinx me.
wow.
That enemy world is not.
Not even the
good
good Bow Chicka Bow Wow.
Not even the good Bow Chicka Bow Wow, that is right.
I thought the enemy was like I killed slimes for 300 years. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, that was a
I
good
saw
one
that
too.
one too. That
Hey,
one-
Shrike, a 20 hits you, right?
No. Wait, depends. Are you throwing something?
That's
No.
awfully sudden and very specific.
Hold on. Are you throwing something or are you just hitting me?
I'm just hitting you.
A 20. Yeah, it hits.
Got you. How much health
But
do you
here's a question. Hold on. Let me do this. We're gonna throw. Need one of those. So we're gonna throw that. If you're gonna hit me with that, I'm gonna hit you with one of these. As an no, that's not gonna hit. Does an 11 hit? No.
No.
It's fine.
Does a 14 hit?
No, because I'm gonna Geomancy cast shield.
Wow.
All right, hold on.
Well, you would have in
Nice.
order to cast shield, you would need Lux.
Does a 12? Nope, that's a 17. Does a 17 hit you?
It does.
So you're about to take a lot of damage.
Not a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Not a lot
no.
of damage.
And I can just picture it now. Like you guys are beating each other up, and Yuelia's like, I'm
21
not.
damage.
Yuelia's like, I'm not healing either of you.
I'm good.
For the record.
21 damage as you get hit by a chromatic orb.
Nice.
Ouch.
I'm alive. How many more of those you got?
Oh,
Remember,
Hit
we
me
don't
again.
fully have a long rest yet.
I'm just messing.
Yeah, you
Just
should
joke
be
on the
okay.
Warlock.
We are?
Mhm.
We're not out of the dream world yet.
In this particular instance, because I didn't really talk about it ahead of time, when you go into the dream world, you should only get a long rest afterwards.
Yeah.
But because I didn't say it beforehand, I'm letting you guys get the long rest beforehand.
Okay.
That's my fault.
How much health does Shrike have?
30.
Nice.
Also, when you hit me again, I'm going to reaction cast Hellish Rebuke.
Also, another out of character remark. You
Yes.
actually can't get the benefits of short rests and long rests while in the dream world.
Mm-hmm.
Just FYI.
So we can't stay in there forever.
Nope.
We're all-
He's even
literally, we're all
Deeproot
gonna die
said,
down
"Hey,
here."
you shouldn't be in there for that long. That's kind of dangerous. That's no
Kinda
good."
sketch.
But,
Anyway,
I couldn't get the words out off the top of my head, so I cut it short. I apologize. What I was getting at is those creatures that were eating that one world that you guys went to. Yeah, they'll show up here, so you might not want to stick around forever.
Yeah.
These technically
11
shouldn't
damage to
exist
me.
anymore.
is that 11 damage to me?
Yeah, that was the second
Are
strike.
you two really hitting each other?
No, I was just rolling to see how much damage I would
So,
do in a round.
Can I get a dex save from you then?
Oh yeah, my rolls are consistent. It's only a 13.
It was a 3.
Wait, so tie goes to the roller or to the other
Oh,
person?
jeez.
Usually, I like to roll. If there's a tie, I usually like to just have a re-roll.
Rollies.
So reroll then.
The only
Roll.
time where tie doesn't go re-roll is if AC. If you reach
I'm
the
talking about-
AC number.
No, we're talking about DC. He's trying to hellish rebuke me.
DC is just like AC. If you meet the number, then you succeed.
Okay, then you succeed. So 9 divided by 2, so that's 4 because it's rounded 4.5, but rounded down. So 4. You take 25 total damage from me. What's your total HP?
27.
So I can almost one turn kill you.
I mean,
Casters are
First off.
more powerful than non-casters.
Especially if we have distance to start the fight.
But as a veteran D&D player, there are many ways to get around how that
Lilith
works.
doesn't
thing-
have those right now.
the thing is, on the one round, because I was rolling the damage for it, I had, it's 11 plus, what, 14?
Is that because with a good sneak attack, he can take 2
25.
out in one turn too.
So 25 damage on one turn to you too, and after your turn, I don't know, it depends on who goes first, and I'm usually the faster
It really
one.
does though.
Yeah, that's a usually initiative is what settles everything. The first turn usually decides a lot,
In
especially for
1v1,
casters. Because it's like, do you get stunned or do you not get stunned?
Yeah.
If the answer is yes, well, it's usually wrapped up. If the answer is no, oh, it's usually wrapped up.
Don't worry, Shrike, we'll do this again at level 20.
I'll just,
hope
I'll
you
just
guys-
cast Reduce on you.
Disintegrate. Oh,
Power word kill.
just kidding, that's a dex save, isn't it?
What? Reduce?
Disintegrate.
Oh, disintegrate is a dex save, yes.
Anyways, guys, you have a wonderful night.
Have a great night, guys.
I hope you guys did have
to
fun,
roll
though.
dice.
Always.
Always.
I
Bye,
look-
Jenny.
Bye, Jenny.
Bye, Patron
I look
Jenny.
very
It's
much
wonderful to
forward
see
to
your hands.
I look very much forward to next week when we actually get to see more of
Get the punch.
Fantasy Grounds Unity.
Ah,
Hopefully, I can
yes.
get everybody's tokens squared away by then.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
But take care, my friends. Till next week.
Night.